Hey everybody, what is going on? It is 8:01 in the PM and you are here with the LaserDisc Wolfpack THXCAV Special Limited Edition podcast. I am your host Sam Culture Dog Hatch. We're going to get wet tonight. We're going to dive deep. We're going to grow gills. We're going to I don't know. I got some sailboats on my shirt. I'm all prepared. We're going to get all liquid up in here. I'm going to pass it over to my man who imbibes a lot of liquid, Ryan Cushing.
Thanks, Sam. Tonight's podcast is brought to you by a cup of water that I forgot because
that's the best.
Apparently not imbibing tonight, or I forgot to. Mostly the latter. So yeah, I'm gonna pass it off to Max.
Maxine, the LaserDisc Queen, brought to you by Vintage Cups of Water, brought to you with Tom Collins glass.
Oh, snap.
And tumbler.
Respect.
Because hydrated. You never know when you're going to be on that boat. There ain't no fresh water. Pass it to Chris.
How's it going, guys? Tonight, this broadcast is brought to you by bean juice, which will dehydrate you and damage your kidneys if you are stuck on a boat in Waterworld or on Waterworld. Might switch over to some iced tea later, but you know how it is. You always got to start with the juice.
Respect.
And I'll pass it off to Marcus.
All right, what up, everyone? As always, I'm brought to you by water, but this water for this week is actually sourced directly from dry land. Oh. So this is fresh water from dry land, and I'm sure we'll talk more about what that means over the course of the show tonight. Yeah.
I feel like we missed an opportunity to talk about filtering our own piss to make water.
Oh, hey, I made it clear that I did not get that water via those methods.
Yes.
Give it time.
We'll be getting into that for sure. Anyways, yes, welcome to another episode. It's been quite some time since digging into the high-quality Phantom Menace a couple weeks ago. Now, I mean, this year and a little bit of last year, we've been digging into a lot of my favorite films from the 90s, or at least the films I like to dump on the most in the 90s. And, I mean, why stop now? Let's keep on trucking until we've exhausted all the films that, 20-something-year-old me was all snarky about. And I mean, now maybe it's better. I've had some time. Many, many years have gone by, and it's time to reassess the film that lit theaters on fire and captured imaginations and set a lot of people talking about whether films are too expensive or not. And luckily that's all over, and nobody cares about box office or anything like that and budgets. But back in the day, in 1995, this film came out in the summer, and I clearly remember going to see it the day it was released, and it's forever burned into my memory, every single frame. We're talking Kevin Costner's Waterworld. Yes. Anybody have a disc? I think I have one. In case you don't know what it looks like, yeah.
I have the 4K. Am I going to jail?
I mean, I have the Arrow 4K. Or no, I have the Arrow Blue set, so, I mean... But the director's cut. Does it have like the different cut on there, or is that just the normal theatrical?
This does have an extended cut. I know the Arrow has like an even longer TV cut, but I think I would kill myself if I watched an extended cut of Waterworld, to be honest.
It's surprisingly not bad because I don't know. We'll talk about that later. But anyways,
yeah.
Waterworld, yes. From Kevin Reynolds, who I always just associate with Kevin Costner, even though he only acted in like 3 Kevin Reynolds films, and I think he was a producer on Rapa Nui. But yeah, they did some high quality work together, like Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and Top Shelf Cheese, and got back together again. This is one of those films that started, I mean, a real great concept. People were just sitting around going, you know what? Let's rip off Mad Max and put it on water. They said, yes, that's filled with depth and some meat to the story. And they decided there would be a cheap, fun knockoff until they realized that filming on water is not cheap at all or fun. And
or they had no clue how to film on water and no one had done it. And they didn't plan for safety in bathrooms and all kinds of things. Either way.
Yeah, well, The Abyss had come out before this, and they had a pretty miserable time. I guess no one that worked on The Abyss talked to anyone working on this movie, which is...
Yeah,
incredible.
They should have picked up a phone at some point and said, "Hey, is this a good idea or not?" No.
And apparently, Costner was staying at like a $4,500 a night place on the ocean.
I mean,
because why not? And as the filming continued to go on beyond the amount of days, he just kept staying there, and it just kept racking up. Why not?
And yeah, notoriously the film crossed 200 million and with marketing expenses and everything. So at the time in 95 it was a big deal, so there was more talk about how much this thing cost than anything else. And the other hot thing is that Russia bootlegged the crap out of it. They got the reels and then they put it on VHS out of order, so tons of people were like gathering in Russia watching this film, and it made probably about the same amount of sense out of order that it did in the final edit, but whatever. And they were digging it. So it was like the cat was out of the bag. And I'm sure they enjoyed watching that on VHS. But yes, it came out in theaters, and finally, it kind of pulled a Titanic. It proved all the naysayers wrong. It made $8 billion. It's currently the #1 film of all time at the box office. And most of that's not true. It did okay, right? Like so.
Yeah, they made money. I think it was 246, 300 or something.
It didn't make money in its theatrical release. It made money by being one of the top 100 LaserDiscs.
Sweet LaserDisc, baby.
Tapes. Listen, I got 2 of them, and I wasn't even trying for one of them.
Right? They just show up.
That's not true though. Like I literally think it made like 250 million or something. I mean, not a great windfall for the price, but it was still profitable on the books at the end. And then they did a good job licensing it with some of their secondary things like the water shows, which were immensely popular to this day.
Yes.
More interesting than the movie itself. And I've seen the stunt show.
It's good.
And it's fantastic.
Yep.
I've seen it many
Go
times.
see it.
Oh, you've seen the Universal show?
Oh, yeah. A lot of times.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
It's in Max's backyard.
It's literally...
Are you part of the show? Have you been in it? I bet
you
you are.
never know.
Yeah. She can't disclose that, Sam.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and check this out now. So Waterworld. I take it everyone seen this film before this assignment?
Yeah. I had not.
Okay.
I had never seen this. No.
Didn't you advocate for this movie to be picked?
No. I seconded when someone else said we were gonna do Waterworld. I said, sure, why not? I've never seen it before.
Okay. So who did bring this up? Was it Luke?
Was it Hayden?
No, I think it was Hayden. You know what? Hayden's not here.
Yes.
So let's take a moment to just talk about how this was all Hayden's fault.
Yes.
And that if anyone doesn't have a good time tonight, it's all Hayden Holmes' fault. He lives in Texas.
He's up on a phone pole right now trying to reconnect power. Hopefully we will see him at some point during this episode. So
he's manually connecting it by taking 2 large gears and spinning it like a reverse bicycle, because apparently that's what looks good on
it does.
film.
Oh, we summoned him. Let's let him into the house.
Has everyone else seen it before?
Oh, yes.
I bought the 4K
can you guys hear me?
Blu-ray.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, we're live.
Okay.
What's up right now? Yeah.
We were just blaming you for choosing us because we couldn't remember who actually selected this film for the podcast.
It was actually...
It wouldn't have been me, but I wouldn't have disagreed.
All right, so nobody did. It was like an inception.
Yeah, like how... Whatever.
Well, we'll have to roll back the tape.
Yes.
Someone's going to have to watch all 3+ hours of The Phantom Menace on this panel and then get back to us just to make one silly point.
Yes.
Or check the chat.
Yeah, where's our intern?
About it. Like,
I know.
Check the chat.
I could. Who knows?
So, Max, had you seen this before? Yes. All right.
This was a VHS staple in my house as a kid. Watched this many times on cable.
Yep.
I've seen the Universal Studios show probably more than 10 times in my life.
Snap.
And I have seen the LaserDisc. This would be the second time watching it on LaserDisc because I had seen it so many times. It's very much can burn into your mind type of movie.
Yeah. Sorry, we're all just looking at Hayden and laughing.
Oh my gosh. I mean, this Dennis Hopper alone.
Mm-hmm.
The vibe of that. But I almost want to say, because before we actually get into the whole topic of it, this almost could have been in the worst covers.
I
hate the cover though.
Half face Costner.
It's just half large face. Like, I get the water, but like, I don't know. This isn't giving. I don't know. There's something like, I needed something different here to
Max, it's so much better than the high definition releases. Look at this floating head garbage nonsense. Like,
I don't know.
Ew.
That's
if you want to talk about tasteless,
it's
at
just
least
Yeah, the
At least
PAL
this
discs
looks
look good though.
okay.
They have pretty cool covers. I don't have one
Yeah.
yet, but
but I don't believe in PAL.
I mean-
as a video standard, as a region on the planet that used it, I just don't believe in it.
oh yeah, I mean but it looks good on the shelf behind. Yeah, Ryan should have one back there. So,
yeah.
Ryan, you
I
roll
don't,
deep
I,
with.
I don't buy PAL discs of lame shit.
So yeah, lame shit. You've probably seen Waterworld a few times, right?
Oh yeah, no, I enjoyed this movie. It makes, I mean, a bit of sense, but the thought pattern and his behavior and everything else is just
Yeah.
like, I feel like there was a big script and let's condense it down, and we're still over 2 hours and we tried to condense it down, and
Yeah.
shit, we have to finish this. And oh, by the way, we're running late on production.
Womp
I'm just
womp.
thinking, like, the movie's 2 hours and 15 minutes. You could cut out something to make it 2 hours, to make it cook a little bit. Like,
Yeah,
the entire sequence on Hopper's boat, where they're just, like, rolling around in a car,
yes,
throw it in the garbage.
super important. Yeah. Let's
Or,
check-
you know, maybe not showing him drinking his own piss.
I mean,
or cut it down a little more tastefully.
what a way to
instead of,
start a
like-
film, though. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, it's supposed to set a tone, but instead of setting look at the magic, like
Yep.
the Enterprise enters the frame in Star Trek, and this one just kind of has you go, oh,
he's
God,
peeing.
no, ugh.
Let's check in with the
I
merman.
believe that actually hurt their ability to find sponsors too.
I mean, yeah, right out of the
Go
gate.
figure.
You might want to bury that like an hour into your movie instead of leading with it. Merman over there. What's going on? Are you a Waterworld diehard? Have you seen this multiple times?
Watching it for this podcast, it's the third time I had ever seen it, and I had a similar reaction to the second time I saw it, where I was amazed at how long it is, and how much I
Yes.
do not retain, how much just glides over my brain.
Yeah. There's a
There's
shark,
a sea
moon
monster
shark.
scene.
Yeah. Always
Yeah.
forget it.
Yeah, for like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, you told me this. I said there's no way there's a sea monster in this movie, and then 3 minutes later, I saw the fucking sea monster.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like buried, just another thing that's happening.
Yeah, there's no context. It doesn't explain anything. It's very stupid.
Yeah. So
And then
it doesn't
10 minutes
show up
later,
again.
he's taken what's her name down underwater, and he's throwing flares everywhere,
Yeah.
showing her all the buried city. And it's like, where are the sea monsters, Kevin?
Where'd
You
you
just
get
fought
those
a sea monster.
Yeah,
players from? Readily available to waste.
Yeah,
time.
Yeah,
Like,
did you
there's-
say like
wasting them for dramatic effect.
they don't show up at like certain times or something? Because she's like, "What about the monsters?" She's like, "Oh yeah, don't worry about them. It's like after 6."
Like,
Yeah.
it's okay. The monsters are sleeping.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. Listen, there's so much more that is not said in this movie than what is said. This is such like for 2 hours and 15 minutes. This is such a thin movie.
Yes.
There is so much stuff that is dumped on you that they don't explain, that is not important, that is so much more interesting.
If George
Than
Miller
what is
did
in the
it,
movie.
that would be cool.
Yes.
Sadly, Kevin Reynolds and Kevin Costner did it instead.
Well, and that's like, I hate to say this, but I've just rewatched all of the Mad Max films. I watched the first, the second, Fury Road, and I've seen Furiosa quite recently. And I kept thinking about how this is mild Max
Yes.
or morose Max.
He is a grumpy bitch this whole film. He is really he tries to kind of pull off that anti-hero vibe, but I don't know.
But
The dialogue.
He's just kind of a dick the whole time.
He is.
Yeah.
He's kind of a dick
Look,
until
the
he
prob- the
his heart
problem
melts
is, like,
randomly.
Costner's line delivery for the first hour and a half of this movie, right up until he takes Tina, what's her name,
Yep.
the child swimming, is so flat and so lifeless
Oh, yeah.
that it's hard to like could you imagine Mel Gibson delivering lines the way Kevin Costner does in this movie?
Yeah, I mean, if Clint Eastwood plays this kind of stoic loner character, it's fine. But when Kevin does it, I don't know. Doesn't have
I
the
mean,
chops to pull it off.
I mean, think of the movies where Kevin Costner is the most successfully applied. He's either a supporting cast member, like in Hidden Figures, or he's playing
Some
a charismatic, interesting guy.
or
like-
just some Western dude in a
He's
western.
either playing baseball.
Yeah, baseball.
There's baseball involved. He's a cowboy.
Yes.
There's Indians involved.
That's his range.
That's his range.
Cowboy and baseball.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go to bat for Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves for a second. I don't think it's a good movie, but I think he's very charismatic and entertaining as Robin Hood in that movie. It doesn't save the movie from being a pile of shit, but
I'll have to
it's
revisit
more-
it when we eventually cover it, if we're going to keep going through all these horrible
Please.
90s films. Up next.
all right.
Anyway, so yes, Waterworld, stunning, immediately off them. There is a pretty clever gag with the Universal logo where it's the globe, and you get to see the water overtake the world as the ice caps melt, etc. Some good stage setting.
So a couple of us watched this in DTS. I watched this in DTSX on 4K. I don't know if it does this in the standard disc, but was there like a low rumble that seemingly came from nowhere under this logo for everyone else?
There was a bit of a rumble, but I don't remember it being like obtrusive. But I don't
Yeah,
remember
it was
watch the
being
PCM
super
version.
overpowering.
Yeah, it was like uncomfortable at reference level how like low and rumbling the 4K disc was. And it's like there's nowhere for this sound to come from. What is wrong with my system?
Space.
And
It's those ice caps.
the noise
melting.
of space.
Yeah, that's space. Everyone knows in space. Everyone can hear you rumble. So, anyways, yeah. So it cuts from that immediately to the P moment. So that's great. So it's like, all right, we're discovering this world. Kevin Costner is this merman on a trimaran, got this cool gear, and he's like basically a Fremen out there, recapturing his essences and wasting no water. And he's got a plant, so that's cool. That makes him likable. He's like Leon.
Yeah, but like none of the stuff that he does is nearly as cool as the way they do it in Dune.
100%. I literally watched Dune right after this. So there's there's one actor from Dune in here, so there's some crossover. But yeah.
So like he's
universe.
sailing,
Same
he's
universe.
sailing, and then he dives into the water and he puts some like ball bearings in a timer.
Yes.
And why ball bearings?
Yeah.
Why does his boat look like that? Why does it work like that?
Yeah, they put a lot of effort into the kind of gimmickry of his trimaran there, and lots of Rube Goldberg kind of setups, and so that's
Apparently that actually like sold and was working in like 2013 still. Like
the actual ship.
They were like racing it.
Yeah.
For Imaran. Yeah.
Oh man,
Which
I
is
hope it came with the outfit. So
I just feel like across
obligated.
Sorry. Yeah, across the course of this movie, they constantly show him like taking bike pedals,
yes,
and like changing directions and like swinging masts and like pieces of equipment going. Did anyone here ever once go, "Oh, that's kind of cool"? Because I don't think any of it looks interesting to the viewer.
Nah, no.
It looks like a lot of work to do sailing.
I mean, it's kind of cool when he's hanging off the edge to
sailing.
kind of tip the pontoon or whatever. That was kind of cool, I guess. So, Hayden, are you wearing the pants, the official pants of the movie? Because those are quality.
No, I'm home after a work day, so I'm wearing pajama pants, unfortunately. I wish I had Kevin Costner's pants from this movie. I would wear them if I had.
He is wearing the boots though.
The boots are so good.
Yeah, even Costner doesn't really pull off the pants. I don't know. I don't think he's cool enough to wear those pants, but
Well, thankfully, he doesn't pull off the pants. That would be horrible.
And I think that's what this opening is trying to show us, that Kevin Costner's character is like supposed to be the cool, self-reliant, sufficient, badass guy, but instead he just kind of looks like a dork.
He's giving hermit. He's been out on the sea for a real long time.
Sea dork, yeah.
And there's an actual character that they depict as a hermit that's been out at sea too long later in the movie.
Oh yeah, Kim Coates, yeah,
and
which is like right up his alley.
Yeah,
I get the sense that Costner's like one notch away from that kind of guy. He's just angry, me mad, me stoic.
He's
Don't
so
talk
pissed
to
off
me.
that whole movie, or the first 2/3 or whatever. Yeah,
like at least in the Road Warrior, you understand why Mad Max is so angry. His entire family is murdered in front of him as the world is ending. We never dig into why the Mariner
Why
is
does he
so
have,
pissed.
why doesn't he have a name? Why does he have gills? We don't know these answers.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
didn't get any backstory.
Kind of like
Well,
alluded to
species,
being a
his
mutant.
people.
I mean,
Okay. So before we get to the great mutation scare bit, he comes across another guy in a boat.
Yeah.
And this guy straight up fucking robs him.
Yeah. Even though they're best friends, they are super chatty and good times. And then he steals his fruit, right? Or it's his
And they
veggies.
like the Mariner comes up for the water, and you get a very deliberate, "Hey, you were underwater a long time, broski." and then the Mariner's like, "Yeah, well, the code says I gotta give you something." So we get this like little bit of intrigue. There's a code. There's something. There's some structure there. And then the guy's immediately like, forget about it, and blows it off.
And every time he goes under, something goes wrong on the surface. Like he should just stop diving for dirt because it's no bueno.
I want to know why he went diving with her when they were trying to get away from Dennis Hopper.
That was such a like we're on the run, we're
hang
safe.
On. We gotta
Let's
slow
go
down and
diving.
have this dive sequence right now.
The whole ordeal is that he thinks they're safe, but like, it establishes. So he's talking to this guy, and then these two guys show up in jet skis.
Yeah.
The
The most
smokers.
menacing,
Smokers.
the most menacing vehicle of the 90s is the jet ski, according to Waterworld.
Yeah, I mean, who wants
It
a
is
Ford
true.
Falcon when you have jet skis?
No one likes jet skis on lakes or anything else. So
And these jet ski guys show up, and Costner's character is pissed because his limes have been stolen.
Yep.
So the guy that like robs him is like, "Guess you're gonna have to get your sails out, buddy. You're done for."
Yep.
And Costner then gets on his bicycle pedals and like pulls some knobs,
Pulls his
and presses
James
a
Bond
button.
stuff. Yeah, and his super sails explode.
And again,
Well, he breaks out, the mother of all sales,
Yeah.
right?
and then he's like,
again,
ha
it's like supposed to be really cool, but it looks really dumb.
Yeah.
Like
And then-
none of it impresses me.
Yeah, and one of the parts I have a huge issue with is it seems like in some ways like their technology is extremely advanced. Right? They have jets. Like how do they even have working jet skis at this point? I'm questioning that. But then some of it's just so rudimentary. It's like barely pieced together. It's all rickety, falling apart. I just that doesn't marry up very well for me from like just a logical standpoint, right?
Yeah, it's a kind of mishmash of this like really advanced. Like, did he have a cue that helped him put together all the wacky tricks on his trimarang, or did he design that himself? Or I don't know, whatever.
I think that he had gone down, collected lots of National Geographics and other books, and he had showed those. He has a box full of books.
It's true. He does have some stuff. Yeah.
So I think he learned some stuff from.
Now,
I don't know how he knows how to read.
He got some manuals and stuff.
That's the thing is, I suspect based on the way he looked at the paper later in the movie that nobody can read in Waterworld.
Kim Coates loves paper. There's a shout out in the chat. Paper.
So, but there's this guy that he runs into.
Yep.
He basically, as revenge for stealing his limes, he uses his boat's bigger piece of metal and knocks his sail off.
Yeah.
And then he does this great thing, and these guys run up and they're just firing wildly with machine guns.
Yes. The smokers, which are like basically the Reavers from Firefly. They're those kind of generic, or any bad gang from Mad Max films.
Yeah, and it's like for some reason they all have a lot of guns.
Yes.
And no one else.
And a ton of ammo, like laying on the floor everywhere.
Yeah, right.
Unlimited supply.
I mean, they don't have a bullet farm, as far as I know.
Well, they don't say they have.
Good point.
Yeah,
in the expanded universe.
Yeah, you have to read a comic that came out in 1996. If you bought the video game for Super Nintendo.
Did you?
No.
You should get one.
I've looked at the cartridge for the Super Nintendo game.
All right.
I think
we're gonna buy one for you if we see one. So yes. Anyways, he quickly gets tipped off that there's a cool atoll nearby, so he can go there, make new friends, because he's such a personable character. Kind of go hang out, make some trades, And so, yeah, so some Star Warsy vibes there. It's getting, instead of portions, he's getting what, chits? He's getting like a bucket
Yeah, he's
full of
getting
chits.
chits. I really like, he shows up and the guy goes, "We don't need any more traitors."
Yeah.
And it's like, in what world do you have everything you need in this shitty little village?
And clearly they're pretty much out of stock at the store.
Yeah,
like
they're
they
empty.
do need some trade.
Shelves are empty.
Yeah.
My guess is
Yeah.
they didn't have much to trade,
Yeah.
or they had a lot of problem with the traders.
Yeah. And they do have this exciting kind of death ritual that they show where, you know, again, instead of taking your water like in Dune, they drop you into some sort of mud bath, and then the mud
Drop
reclaims
you in the poop pit.
in the poo pit. Yeah. And that's like their ritual, I guess. So that's cool.
I didn't get the impression that that was a poo pit, but it kind
Oh.
of makes sense to localize that all in
Oh,
one spot.
It definitely is.
And you got some cool
Yeah, I mean,
characters.
my guess is that's how they're making the soil that they
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
And the guy from Serpent and the Rainbow's in there. He's one of the leaders, and so that's cool. And
Who's Serpent in the Rainbows?
was it James Mokai? He's the villain, the Tonton Makut villain in Serpent and the Rainbow that nails Bill Pullman's testes to the chair there in that scene.
I've never even heard of that movie.
Oh, you should check it out. It's great. Serpent and the Rainbow is much better than Waterworld, but wait for after the podcast to watch that.
It doesn't have a DTS, so we couldn't talk about it.
Yeah, there's no DTS. Yeah.
Yeah, we only watch movies that have discrete surround sound on this podcast.
Exactly.
As we should.
That's a fact, right? I think so. Anyway, so yeah, so there's a cool character. Michael Jeter's in there as old Gregor, the kind of wacky. I don't know. Is he?
Okay, he's
Is he an
clearly
engineer?
supposed to be. He's supposed to be the
gyro
copter
captain.
pilot, the gyro captain from
Yeah, from Mad Max.
Mad
Road
Max
Warrior.
2.
Yep.
Except his character is nothing in this movie, whereas the gyrocopter captain is essential
Yeah.
to Mad Max 2 functioning as well as it does.
Yeah, he just kind of disappears for most of the film. Then you get the Nord, who's
Hot air balloon.
the spy, the evil spy, played by Gerard Murphy, who is, I don't know, he's pretty lame as far as kind of henchmen go. And
He does talk real gruff though.
yeah.
Buy me a drink,
Yeah.
would you? You're rich as hell.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, who's going to honor this guy? This guy's walking around with all these chits in his jug. Like, yeah, you figure everyone would just team up on him in like 10 seconds if this was like a real post-apocalyptic wasteland. But-
Now let's talk about it. Do you think that chits are a world recognized currency?
We need,
No.
yeah, in the expanded lore, yeah, that's a good question. Is there regional currency from atoll to atoll, or is it like the euro or something?
We've thought about it more than the filmmakers have at this point.
100%.
They're kind of like Disney. They're kind of like Disney bucks within the atoll. You can only use them there.
$50. And then, most importantly, we get introduced to Tina Majorino and Janine Triplehorn.
Which again, great last name. I think maybe the most amusing thing I got from this movie is that her last name is Triplehorn.
Triplehorn, yeah, you've seen her in Basic Instinct,
Nope.
Big Love,
Nope.
The Firm, Grey Gardens, Criminal Minds, all sorts of stuff. But Waterworld is the key.
The girl was in Napoleon Dynamite. so-
Yes, she was
Which is-
Deb in Napoleon Dynamite.
So she got bigger.
She did.
Yeah.
Every time I look at her face, I can hear John Heater's voice going, "Are you drinking 2% or like 2%? Is that because you think you're fat?
Yeah.
You could be drinking whole milk, you know."
So yes, of course, this guy's so grumpy and so misanthropic. You totally want to get him involved with this one woman and the girl who's not her daughter, but she's this kind of caretaker for this girl. And it brings in the whole map on the back trope. How many movies have had a secret map tattooed on someone's back, especially kids? I don't know what it is, but it's back. Because New Legend of Shaolin did it, but at least that one had like 6 kids that you had to orchestrate together to get the full map. This one...
Dragon Ball Kids.
And it's the crappiest map. It is just an arrow pointing up and a picture of some mountains. And when
It's a
then
YouTube
there's-
thumbnail.
They can't.
There's definitely like some like Chinese characters or something
all right.
near it.
There's a little bit there. And yeah, so this
But
is
everyone specifically calls it a map. They all say it's a map, and when they're analyzing it, they're always running their finger along
Whoa,
the arrow as if they're
whoa,
going to find something.
You're
It's like,
assuming
we
they
need
know
it-
how to read a map.
I was
though.
gonna say
We need it bigger, and we need it flat.
yeah,
what are
it's
you
like
talking
this
about?
big, and they're talking about skinning her
There's-
back so they can.
there's There's not a single point at which anyone actually pulls out a map in this movie.
No, they don't know.
There's no paper.
Paper.
Paper. Yeah, so she
Okay,
has
so
the
can
map
we go
to
back a second?
Dryland, of course, which we should mention.
Can we go back a second?
Yes.
What is the clothing made of? Is it human skin since they don't have animals?
No, it's like nets.
Some is Kim
like-
Coates has the
They
old
fish it out of the
rings.
poop pit.
There's like rings from
What about
soda
like
cans.
triple horn? That looks like leather, but obviously not. Is that
Well,
skin?
no, you can still get some sort of skin off a fish.
Yeah.
It's probably
Yeah,
not.
maybe it's sea monster.
Like you
leather.
can't
Listen,
catch.
There's
He's
no
like, oh, you
indication.
can't catch fish.
And like
Well,
none of it looks
she
cool
can't catch
either.
fish.
Like Hayden's outfit looks way cooler than anybody in this movie.
Wait. The only reason she can't catch fish is because she kind of just sucks as a character. She has no real skills,
I mean, this
and the
this,
movie does
That's
nothing.
a very sexist thing to say.
this
Chris.
definitely
I-
passes
I
the
know,
Bechdel
I
test.
know,
There's a
I
lot
know.
of female empowerment in this film and
Well, no, there's
conversations without men involved. Yeah.
But she's clearly
mean-
never been on a boat before because she
not. She
chose.
doesn't know how to swim.
Yes. The little girl, Tina, she doesn't know how to swim, right? Does Janine Tripler, does she know how to swim?
I don't know. I think she
Not
kind of
very well, I don't think.
not
Yeah.
very good.
It's a pretty big deal when she falls
But-
in the water.
She's not the mom, but they're
No,
together
she's not.
somehow.
Yeah.
They never explain it, and it's not something that the movie is interested in dishing on. There's no adventure there. There's no mystery.
There's like a
She's just-
Furiosa kind of thing where the little girl was from Dryland, but like how long ago? Because she's pretty young. Like it must have been pretty recent.
Yeah, that's
you
the
know,
weird
probably-
thing. That's what I think is so weird was when y'all said his name a second ago, the guy with the long blonde hair, the bad guy.
Oh yeah, the Nord.
Oh, sorry.
He's
I just
talking to
call
some
him.
local dude, and they're all talking about like it's some ancient legend of like a girl with a map tattooed on her back.
Yeah.
It's like she's like 11 or 12. This how is word spread all over the world that this child exists?
Yeah,
How-
why were they already looking for her anyways? Yeah.
It's
So,
kind of like it reminds me of. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say it reminds me of Thunderdome, where it's like this tribe of kids have like mythology and lore, but it's like some of these kids are 4 years old. They can't have been trapped there very long.
Yeah.
Like
This is. I have not watched Thunderdome yet, and this is making me very excited for some nonsense.
Oh yeah, Thunderdome is still better than
Thunderdome's great.
Waterworld. Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it's close.
Okay. So
Yeah.
he's at this atoll,
Yeah.
and he's trying to get out of there with his. He's got a tomato plant from main lady, and he's trying to leave, and they're like,
Helen
"Hey,
is her name. Yeah.
Helen.
Yeah.
will you donate your sperm
Yes.
to our atoll?"
And he's like, no.
They're literally talking about incest
Yes.
and how they're kind of over it because we get this guy.
Yeah.
Like,
And they thought it'd be a no-brainer. Like he couldn't say no because he's been out at sea. Like
Yeah.
there's no way he's gonna say no to this,
This
right?
could like this like
And then-
space monk shows up or sea monk and he's like, yeah, no.
Yeah, this is kind of a running theme. He refuses to have sexual relationships with anyone that doesn't love him or even like him.
That's right.
And this is the first time it gets applied. And this is how he gets he tries to leave and they find his gills.
Yes.
And
And that
they
doesn't
freak
go over
the
well.
hell
Yeah.
out.
They put him in a cage. He falls into the poo pit.
definitely falls in that pit.
The smokers show up and they're on fire. Dennis Hopper's evil gang of ski-doo kind of guys show
Yeah.
up.
So what I like about the fight on the atoll
Yep.
is that it gets turned into this sick stunt show
Yes.
at Universal Studios. The most memorable part of this movie, its enduring legacy, is this great stunt show you can go see at Universal Studios in LA right now.
Yeah, it's funny that watching this film, even back before the stunt show came out, it feels like I'm watching somebody's footage of them attending a stunt show at an amusement park. Like the sets all feel fake to me, or at least fairly fake. And yeah, I just get that vibe, like that. I'm not watching a movie that's lived in and real. I'm watching, vacation photos of some wacky, stunt show at the Big E or something like that. It's quality. There's there's some exciting action, and Dennis Hopper loses an eye, right?
Very early.
Okay. We can't. There's some great dialogue in this battle. Dennis Hopper yells out loud as the mariner is escaping the atoll, "I hate sails! Shoot him!"
Yeah.
And it's like, is that it?
Yeah.
You fucking hate sailboats, and that's why you attacked this atoll?
Yeah.
Like,
Dennis Hopper's a simple guy. He hates plumbers and he hates sails.
He likes
That's all
smoking.
you gotta know
He
about
likes Smeat,
Runs
and
cigarettes.
and he likes the captain of the Exxon Valdez, and yeah, that's
he
about
does.
it. Yeah.
and then there's the gyrocopter guy in Waterworld accidentally sends his ship into the air.
It just takes
One
off.
of-
Yeah.
One of the great scenes is Dennis Hopper looking at it going, "Shoot that!" They actually shoot one of their own jet skis, and I guess these jet skis are just packed with dynamite.
Yeah. they
Because
just
every
blow up,
time you look at a jet ski wrong in Waterworld, it explodes violently.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
Oh, and in Waterworld, we should mention the best dialogue ever. Right off the bat, he says, "Nothing's free in Waterworld." So if the Earth ever gets covered with more water, we're just going to call it Waterworld, like it's an adventure park experience. So, which turned into the great chat moment. We were coming up with alternatives. Chris came up with Diet Coke World,
There was Cheese World.
Cheese World. Yeah.
There was Dr. Pepper Cherry Vanilla World.
Like, would we stop calling it Earth or the world? We just call it Waterworld, you know, because that's
just-
No, wait.
The world would be pretty cool.
The lore of everything with like how is it so far removed from the time period that's underwater? Like that's obviously not explained, but like by looking at what's under there,
Yeah.
I mean he can see he's going under there. He's saying it's under here. I'm getting dirt from where there was dirt.
Yeah, it's like Colorado
then,
or
like-
something. It's like
Like,
Denver. I think.
there
Yeah.
are like some vibes that give off the impression that some of these guys were alive when there was like dry land,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they were like, "Yeah, we lived there once," and it's like, "Oh, but Kevin Costner's grown up in the water world."
Yeah, that's weird because like he's similar age to all these people that like kind of seem like they were around when there was land. Or
Yeah.
it's just I don't know. The idea that no one would know how to read, like that would be pretty far removed from like a level of like when there was land.
Enough time to start mutating gills to like
Like
adapt.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like what did that happen in like 10 years? Like how could like how
So
could people be that old?
I feel like if we
Can
had like
I-
a scrolling credits at the beginning telling us the story,
Yes.
how long ago and what galaxy we're in.
we need
it might
Virginia
help.
Madsen to float in
Now,
and out and tell us.
can I put on my I teach biology to high schoolers hat for a second?
Sure, I'll put
No.
on my shark week
So-
hat.
yeah.
So
Science lane.
natural selection, the process in which nature selects what lives and dies, does not take place within like 2 generations. It takes hundreds of thousands of years and a lot of luck for this kind of stuff to ripple out into a species. So when they see his mutation and they're like, he can go underwater, they should be begging him to donate his seed.
Yeah, like he's going to be the key to the future.
Or get cool shit that's apparently still under the water.
right? Like
Yeah,
bring that guy
like-
with you.
Like they should be
got
throwing
dirt.
themselves at him.
Yep.
Because he's the only one that can access the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
It drove me nuts that they said mutant and then they were like, get killed for being born different.
And he
It's
says, "I
also
need an
weird
eye
when
patch."
he's
Sorry, I don't have
when
an eye
he's
patch.
fair.
in the, when
Happen.
he's in the cage and the not gyro captain goes to visit him. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, this whole village is racist against him for being a mutant.
Yes.
But then the way the gyro captain talks to him, like he's being nice, but the way he keeps saying like, "Oh, you're almost human," it's like that's almost worse. At least everyone else is straightforward about it.
It's a
Like,
very
he's-
1990s like way of talking about people.
So yes, after this excitement at the atoll, Dennis Hopper is dead set on finding the child and finding out how to get to dry land. And then Kevin Costner and Gene Triplehorn and Tina Majorino just hang out on his trimarine for an interminable amount of screen time. I forget most of it every time. You know, hilariously later in the movie, Dennis Hopper is really mad because the merman, the mariner, has taken his eye. And by that time happens, I have completely forgotten exactly how he lost his eye every single time I watch it. I'm like, did he? How did that happen?
Here's the thing. The mariner had nothing to do with Dennis Hopper losing his eye.
That's what I thought. Okay. All right. Good.
The whole sequence during the atoll attack is I guess the mariner's indirectly responsible, but the mariner shoots a harpoon into one of the guys shooting a machine gun, and then he pulls the boat in the direction of. Well, first of all, we never see him shoot Dennis Hopper's boat, but Dennis Hopper's boat explodes.
Yeah, it shoots, but like the boat just immediately explodes. Not like a fire breaks out or anything. Just immediate explosion.
Yeah.
Maybe the boat was full of jet skis.
100%.
It couldn't have been full of oil because they were almost out of that. Like,
yeah.
I want to say that there's a great exchange in this sequence where the turret that's rapid firing machine gun rounds is being turned towards him, and the guy goes, "Hey, Charles, cousin, don't shoot us."
Yeah.
And then Dennis Hopper goes, maybe he doesn't like being referred to as Charles. Call him Chuck, or maybe it's Chuck then Charles. But it's just
that's that Joss Whedon rewrite right there, baby.
Dennis Hopper needs to be in a different movie that suits the humor, because everything with Costner is super self-serious.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Everything with Dennis Hopper is a scary movie parody of Mad Max.
Yeah, it's like Mad Max mixed with Home Alone by the end, because there's like the wacky kid there, and
And Hopper wasn't even like the first choice. He was like the third or fourth, because like the first couple people turned it down, and he arrived like on set like 30 days in or something too.
Like, what do you want? Yeah.
There was some continuity issues with just getting him there, and then like, well, we need to write batshit crazy for Hopper now and rewrite everything maybe. So it just came out comical.
Yeah.
What drives me nuts about Hopper is that we know Hopper can play a serious, menacing villain. I think everyone here has seen Blue Velvet at this point.
Frank Booth, baby.
And Frank Booth is an utterly terrifying guy. Like, if they had just transported like 2% of that vibe into Hopper's character in this, I think you have something there.
He was giving Super Mario Brothers, and
he was.
I was here for it.
Yeah, I mean,
what's there is so funny and so surreal and so contrast to like the Costner segments that I do like it a lot. But it's like he's also the bad guy in Speed, and he's really good in Speed too.
Yeah.
So to have him show up and just be a literal ham steak on screen is very
Super Mario Brothers.
It just doesn't feel right.
Yeah,
I don't like the Super Mario Brothers movie. I'm not going to say anything good about that one. So.
What?
Tons of stuff happens in the middle of the film.
Can we go back to that?
No, we can't.
Just kick Haller off the podcast because he doesn't like the best movie about how the Mario Brothers got their last name.
I mean, I've never watched it, so I can't say yay or nay.
Oh, okay. Well, we now have our next podcast. Thank you.
I'm gonna be even spicier. I don't like either of the Mario Bros movies that played at American theaters. I think they're both really bad. So,
My Science Project, Andy mentioned in the chat, good film. There we go. Where Dennis Hopper plays a good guy for once.
Oh, okay.
It's a fun film. Anyways, so there's all sorts of tension on the boat. Is Gene Triplehorn going to get it on with Kevin Costner? No, because he's got the sexual charisma of a lime. And
it's
and of course he wants love.
Scene.
Yeah.
It's such a good scene. She like undresses herself, and you can tell she's had to do this before because she's so instinctively ready to do this. And then he's like, "No, put your clothes back on. I'm above this, and I don't like you."
Yeah, and she's like, "Wah." And then, but I mean, my favorite part of the movie is the swimming montage, like teaching the girl how to swim because she can't swim. It's got some great score from. I don't know if that's because it was Mark Isham did the score and then got fired or whatever, or quit for whatever reason. So Newton Howard ended up coming on instead. So James Newton Howard. And so I don't know if he wrote that bit, but I love the music during that scene, that whole like montage bit.
Listen, James Newton Howard delivers. The score is the best part of this movie. It's got really good, strong themes and vibes.
I think that was it. I think Costner didn't think that Isham's score was like heroic and anthemic enough, so he gave him the axe.
I don't
Yeah,
think the Mariner was heroic enough.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, I like the intense, ominous music for some of the action scenes, but I really don't like the upbeat. I really don't like that theme.
Yeah.
It just deflates everything that's going on for me.
Fair enough. Well, all right. I'm the one that loves the swimming montage. That's like the best stuff ever. I mean, it is tough to stay awake during side one of this film. Ryan's yawning over there at the right moment because it's like right when the side change hits. I'm like, oh, thank God I made it. Like, got to get up, shake my
Wait a
butt.
minute.
over 2 nights.
Side one has the atoll battle, which is very fun in DTS.
Yeah, but it's from the atoll battle to the end of side one. That's a snooze right there.
Yeah, there's just.
Such a snooze. We lost Marcus. Hopefully he returns.
I love the part where the little girl finds the crayons and starts drawing on the boat. He's just like, stop drawing on my boat.
Yeah.
This is my boat. I have it the way I like it.
These are my crayons.
that I'm never
Stop
going to
drawing
use.
ponies and trees on my boat.
She's like,
How do you know what a tree is?
I'd draw on something else if we had paper.
Hayden, if Costner delivered a performance that sounded like that, he would fit in perfectly with Hoppers. This movie would be a masterpiece.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, so good. So then, I don't know what the smokers show up again. He eventually has to prove that the dry land doesn't exist. After that goofy kind of meeting with the smokers on the that little dinghy or whatever platform they have with all the dead people with their fake like Weekend at Bernie kind of rigged arms.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Like real quick, I just want to say they have all that set up to lure people in, but then they're like, hey, hello over there.
Yeah.
And then no one answers. There's a bunch of live guys on there that could say like, hey, yeah, come closer. Like,
yeah. Then he's like, yeah, whatever. He figured us out. And I love that there's the Sea-Doo guys are underground, or underwater the whole time, just sitting under there, waiting to like launch.
They have really good lung capacity.
Yeah, like how long have they been planning this? Like,
maybe they just have
No.
really long smokers and it's only in the city.
uh-oh. You
They have
went all,
I didn't catch you at all.
you went all fuzzy on us. What happened, Hayden?
Here's
Here we go.
Oh yeah, there you go.
you were underwater.
Your merman
Yeah, I
gear
guess
got
so.
in the way.
He
Yeah, I
put
was
his
saying maybe the
snorkel
jet
on.
ski guys had like really long snorkels and we just don't see it.
Yeah, that
Here's
must be it.
what I'll say. So is it after or before that he takes Triple Horn under the water to show her the dead world below? Is this before the smokers return?
No, because it's like the smokers return and they escape from them, and that's when
Yeah.
he's like, it's like pretty perilous right now. We should go on a long underwater excursion.
Yeah.
And I think that a long underwater excursion, dumb as it is in the movie, should be like the most important part of the movie because he basically says there is no dry land.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist.
And that was my other favorite part, seeing it in the cinemas when I mostly crapped on the film in '95. But that bit, I mean, there's some goofy composite shots, but I love the vibe of underwater cities and like the Pyramid Song video by, not Pyramid Head from Silent Hill, but Radiohead's Pyramid Song. Like there's a guy like diving into a city. I like love that stuff, the creepy vibes and everything. So if you have
very-
those, oh sorry, go ahead.
Phantom Menace-esque.
Yeah, but better.
Yeah, I was gonna say this one's actually good because it like has narrative weight. Like this is him saying this was the dry land. It's all gone now, and unfortunately, only I can access it because of a random mutation.
Yeah.
Like it's like this should ground the rest of the movie in kind of either despair or learning how to live with that. And the movie has no interest in settling up with this fact, other than it says it out loud once.
And he also has like this bathysphere kind of setup that he can put Triple Horn in because she can't breathe water like he can. So he has this like bubble. Like, where was he storing that the whole time? Was that on his trimaran, like towing behind it or something? Because all of a sudden he's like, here's your little freaking bubble. We're gonna take you down.
You're thinking too hard. The movie cracks under any close examination of its concepts.
Oh, shout out to Sean
I think
Gillette in the chat.
They show it in the beginning when he like pulls supplies up from under the water.
Oh, so he's got to
But
have
there's
some.
no.
Yeah, he uses it.
But it is weird when you see a whole person get inside of it. It's like,
That's
oh,
big.
okay, it can
Yeah.
do that.
All right. And yeah, she goes down there for a while too. So I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to ask too many questions about the air supply and all that stuff.
There's a close up when she's in there and she keeps wiping the inside of
Yes.
it off so she can see. I just thought it'd be funny if she couldn't see anything.
Yeah, she's like,
she comes back up. She's like,
"That
what was
sucked."
the point of that? I
This
was
is
just
a big
cold the
city.
whole time.
But yeah, so the little girl, Enola, melts his heart. All of a sudden, like, he likes her. He's going to save her. The smokers eventually get her because, of course, they got to. And then, oh, Marcus is coming back. Let's let him in. Let's see.
What I love about the smokers getting her is it inspires the mariner to be like, all right, we got to go get her. And somehow they find the survivors of the atoll attack just randomly. How do you find people in Waterworld?
Yeah, I mean, they don't have GPS, they don't have maps, but they like all bump into each other like quite often, like in the open oceans covering most of the globe. Like, that's pretty good.
I mean, I know it's a small water tank that they filmed on, but like,
Yeah.
it pushes, like, there's no way to moor yourself to get your bearings straight except for looking at the sun and the stars. But they never talk about anything other than they mentioned the like direction north like once in this.
Yeah, there's
movie.
not a lot of navigation. Nobody's like checking out, I don't know, their gear, whatever. Marcus, you
Sorry,
came back.
your navigation is all bike pedals
Yeah.
and hitting buttons.
Yeah, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we thought you had enough of Waterworld, and you're like, man, I had second thoughts about this and bailed on
Yeah,
us.
I'm sure I haven't really missed much since I've been gone for the last 5 minutes. So
It was just mostly
Well-
dunking on it. Yeah.
We're almost on the finale at this point.
Yes. The big Exxon Valdez, who again, the ship, like, I don't like anything about the model. It looks clunky. It's cheesy. I don't like the way the
Yeah,
holes
like,
look
It
on
looks
it.
cool.
It looks
You
like
talking
something.
about the D's?
The D's. I hate the holes on the side. It looks like something I would have made in like 5th grade if I thought I was trying to make a cool, like, rusty, like, bunker ship or
Yeah,
something
Oh,
like that.
the best thing about it was the fact that it was Exxon Valdez, right? So
Yes.
the time
Yes.
frame in which this came out, that's top of mind for everybody
Yeah.
with the biggest spill in history, right? That was kind of cool.
They even, like, in Mad Max style, they're kind of worshiping at the captain of the Exxon Valdez. I wonder what he thought about this film when it came out.
Well, and so it's like at this point where we're spending a lot of time on the boat in the finale, Dennis Hopper comes out and gives an Immortan Joe style speech.
He does, yes.
To the entire people. And my favorite part in the whole movie is his lackey comes out ahead of him and goes, "He's here," in the most unenthusiastic voice, like, "Hey, he's coming."
Yeah.
And then he like switches into hype mode.
And,
And,
of course, the girl keeps teasing everyone that, the mariner is going to come and beat them all up, and she's, mythologizing him, and So
And
that's
then
fun.
like Dennis Hopper comes out and says, "I've had a vision," and someone on the deck goes, "Fuck you and your visions.
Yeah,
You're
your visions
always
suck."
wrong." Which is why it feels so much like a scary movie parody of like a Mad Max villain lair.
Yeah, it's like weak sauce Thunderdome. There's really not a lot of real tension. Like, I don't really feel like that the little girl is in any real danger. Like, even though everyone's very I don't know. It's like very Peter Pan. Like, there's this illusion of gruffness and
It
danger.
is very Peter Pan.
Speaking of
Yeah.
Peter
It's
Pan,
actually very Peter Pan.
I've never seen Hook. If we want to watch Hook,
Oh, I mean,
What? That's got to be towards the top of the list if you've never seen
I
Hook,
got a
for
couple
sure.
copies. Yeah, so we can make it happen.
I don't even own a copy of it. So
Wow, I'll send you
We gotta
one.
watch Mario Brothers first, since Sam's
Oh,
never
yeah.
seen it.
Well,
Shouldn't open your mouth, Sam. Everyone knows now.
Sorry. I mean,
This-
I don't have a copy
I-
on LD either, so I can't
we're
watch it.
gonna have to hunt. That one is not common.
Yeah, see, it's a heater. Sorry, I can't watch it. Anyways,
I
yes.
think it might have an extra.
Well, so Dennis Hopper gives the least convincing like Mad Max villain speech to the people, and somehow inspires them all to go below deck and row
Yeah.
because they're out of gas.
Yeah. Yeah, they got gas for their. It's all going into the Sea-Doos, so.
So like,
And the
so like
plane
they
to
all
crash,
get
yeah.
out and they get out the oars like it's Ben-Hur, like
Yeah.
which the rowing sequence in Ben-Hur is one of my favorite moments of like character development in a movie, but like in Mad Max or in fucking Waterworld, it's terrible.
And of course, everyone loves the depth gauge guy, the old man just sitting down in the bowels of the ship.
He's one of the best details in the movie.
Yeah.
His ending sequence is so good.
Yeah.
His ending
It is.
sequence is bar none the best scene in the movie. So
Yep.
everyone clears the top of the ship. They're all rowing to move this thing at a snail's pace. And the mariner walks up and he's like, "Hey, fuck you and the horse you rode in on." And
I'm
then
the
he
mariner.
pulls out well,
She's
first of
my
all,
friend.
Somehow he recognizes that there's a giant access pipe
Yeah.
to the oil on board this boat.
Yeah,
He's a mariner, so of course.
Costner knows things. Like when he gets onto a catapult in Robin Hood, he knows that there's a big hay bale on the other side of that wall. He's going to land it. Everyone's going to be safe. Yeah. So
Well, and my second favorite part of this bit is he holds up a flare and he goes, "Do you know what this is?"
and good
like,
foreshadowing with the
God.
underwater flare scenes earlier. So
God, just like, why did you stop and do that? You just completely undermined your entire intensity by going, "Hey, pop quiz, genius." And then he drops it down in a sequence that I can only describe as reference quality low frequency test footage.
yeah, some
The
good
boat-
booms. Yeah.
Yeah, the boat blows the hell up and so many people survive.
Yeah.
It doesn't even like it barely cripples the boat initially, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, because it's the lead up. They're all saying, "Oh, if he drops this, like we're all gonna die." And come to find out, no, everyone's gonna be fine. Well, a bunch of people are gonna be fine. I guess the people that are rowing are probably in bad shape, but whatever.
Can we talk about the airplane pilot?
Jack
Early
Black,
Jack
baby.
Black? Yeah, like just out of nowhere, it's like, wait, that's Jack Black when he was like a child almost.
And he had actual like quality speaking scenes that, of course, got cut. There's like some deleted scenes with him chilling with like while Dennis Hopper's playing mini golf in his captain's
Wasn't, like,
cab.
jamming on like the lawn, playing acoustic with Kyle.
No, yeah, there's no Tenacious D in the film, as far as I know. Yeah, I mean, so there's some good actors in here. Yep, Sab Shimono from The Shadow shows up. Kim Coates, of course, we mentioned before, from Sons of Anarchy as the crazy drifter guy. Jack Black. I don't know, a bunch of other people. The guy that hosts KCRW Morning Becomes Eclectic is an Atoll guy, which is weird. I don't know how he got in here.
Wow,
There's a lot of people
Yeah.
in this movie. The worst performance in this movie is Kevin Costner.
Yeah, I mean,
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Like bar none. He just acts like he's miserable to make this movie that he wanted to make. He pushed this project through, and then he just completely flatlines the whole movie.
yeah,
It's-
Kevin Reynolds like quit. He walked away from directing too. So like Kevin Costner was basically the guy running, helming this trimaran of a film until the end. And even Joss
So there's
Whedon said
this-
like he was forced to like pretty much just add all of Kevin Costner's rewrites instead of like punching up the script himself. So it's all Costner's
And-
game.
And you know what? Costner might not be as good at this as we think he is. I've seen Horizon. I'm going to talk about it when we're done talking
Okay,
about
yeah.
Waterworld.
Ah,
But the boat starts to sink. Gyrocopter water guy shows up and he says, "Hey, come with me." And they all get up and then they drop Tina
oh yeah,
Majorino back into the water because Dennis Hopper like latches on.
the bungee scene was
like-
again. That just felt like the finale. I'm at Universal Studios, and I feel like I'm watching the stunt show spectacular finale, not a film.
Yeah, there's no stakes, there's no tension to any of it. But
It's insanely funny though. Like I was struggling to get through this movie, and then Dennis Hopper's holding onto the ladder. She falls into the water. They tie up the bungee cord. He goes down. All these jet skis come in. He gets her, springs back up, and the jet skis collide, and everyone explodes. And
So-
it's like a Looney Tunes scene. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
So what's great about that scene, and it's not as noticeable in the newest cut. They may have done some cleanup, but if you watch that and you slow it down, the jet skis do not collide with each other before the explosion begins. The explosion preempts their contact, which is very, very
We're
good.
just getting to the good stuff. Just skip it. Yep.
There's some good CG. There's the CG shark monster thing. There's the weird sails, like the air sail like CG thing that goes up at one point. Not very good.
No,
but it was 95.
not very memorable.
Yeah.
It holds up pretty well. The 4K makes everything look very good, which is very
4K?
surprising.
Who's watching this on
Yeah,
4K?
I know. I watched
Gross.
20 minutes of the LaserDisc too, but I've seen it many times.
Hey, side 3's and CAV, baby, on the American.
The whole movie is on one disc on Blu-ray.
Whatever. The side breaks make it better because it gives you that little breath of fresh air you need. Like,
You decide.
Yeah, if I don't have to get up to flip the disc, how will I stay awake?
dude, I would not have made it if it had kept going in from like the swimming training montage, like all the no.
Wait,
no
so
way.
we have to talk about how at the end of the movie,
Yeah, spoiler
they
alert for
find-
everybody who has not seen the film and they don't want to know how this wraps up. Tune out for
They
like the next 10
find-
minutes.
they find dry land
Yep.
by following the map.
Which was
on
you
her
just
back.
had to look at it upside down. That was the amazing navigation. Like, oh,
Which just
it's upside down. That's because he was pulling her into the air barge and was looking at it the different way. He's like, oh, it's in the other direction, so it's over there.
Also, can we just back up for a second? There's earlier in the movie, it's near the end, after the little girl gets taken away by Dennis Hopper, he finds her drawing of a tree and then compares it to a National Geographic. And somehow, rather than thinking, oh, she must have found my Nat Geos and just copied a tree, he thinks, oh no, she's seen a tree in real life.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's
Well,
like,
it was-
What?
isn't he looking at the magazine
was a
underwater
lockbox.
because like it's like
It was a
flooded too?
lockbox.
Or yeah, but he pulls it out and still immediately wet.
And so,
Okay,
so
that's fair.
they get to dry land.
Never mind. Sound logic, the movie makes perfect sense now. I take it back.
They
Kevin
get- they
Costner's
get
a
to Hawaii.
genius.
So yeah, they get to dry land and they find a couple that died together in bed holding hands.
Generations
They're both
before,
skeletons.
even though it's
I
like the
found
little
a bad,
girl's home.
dusty old set on an island.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm home.
And-
I'm like, how old are you? Are you like 3,000 years old, little girl?
And so this is the point where the movie completely undermines any attempt at anything it's trying to do. Instead, it tries to ape Mad Max, where Mad Max always walks away to do his own thing after he's served
Yep.
his purpose in the tale.
Also, some Jack Burton in there too. Yeah, except instead of a truck, he's got a
A
catamaran.
boat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
As bad as the ending is, I love that we get to see Kevin Costner looking very uncomfortable at the sight of trees and the sounds of birds.
Yeah.
He, as an
Like,
amphibious creature,
true. That
he
is like
horrified.
that's like
Wait
the
a
only
minute,
bit
wait
of
a minute.
acting in the film is when he's like disturbed by dry land. Yeah.
Wait, we missed my favorite scene in the movie,
Oh no.
which is where Triple Horn confronts Costner's character and says, "Hey, earlier, why didn't you have
yeah.
your way with me?" And in the saddest, smallest, like just wimpiest voice, he goes, "'Cause you didn't really want me." And then it's just
he's on the ocean.
it's
He
like-
goes to the strip clubs on the atolls, and he just doesn't feel the love. He feels used, and yeah, now he
Just
just
like-
resents it. And
That's
He's
all
got some other
years.
magazines in that
Move on.
lockbox,
Move on
you know.
after that.
We missed the other lockbox.
Kevin
If he goes to trade, they just want his seed.
yeah, poor guy.
Kevin Costner is one of the sex symbols of the 90s,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, even though he's sexless
Somehow-
in the films.
Here's the thing.
Kind of hard to
In
understand
this
that today,
movie-
but yeah.
I know,
guess so.
right? Yeah.
In this movie, he is the least attractive. He is like so convincingly uninteresting as a character. He has no sauce, no riz, no vibes. Like
He's mutating.
He's
Maybe
He has the
literally-
charisma of a fish.
I wonder if he's a hermaphroditic fish, man. I wonder what his deal is, or maybe he's like a fish eunuch.
Hmm.
I mean, those pants are tight. I didn't see anything under them. I mean, he might not be
And
packing
you were
anything.
looking.
I was looking, but I didn't see anything. All right. So I guess we got to grade this thing on a. Did we grade Phantom Menace on a scale of
We
1 to
did.
10?
See, this was something I was hoping for. I like grading.
Okay, excellent. All right, we got to wrap things up so the kids will know if they should watch this on LaserDisc or not, and then we'll talk about the LaserDisc proper, like itself, a little bit too. But the film itself, what would you give it on a scale 1 to 10, Ryan?
I mean, I'm probably in a solid 6. It's not a good movie, but it's an interesting train wreck that I enjoy watching.
All right, I'll give you that. All right, what about Max?
Same thing. I would give it a 6. I enjoy it, maybe 6.5. I enjoy that one, and it's got a little nostalgia for me, and so I care about it.
All right, let's work our way the opposite way on the bottom. Marcus, what would you give it?
Woo! I'm gonna give it a generous 4.
Okay.
It is not something that I ever need to see again. Maybe technically for LaserDisc purposes, right? DTS show off, sure, but I don't ever need to watch that again. I'm good.
All right, and Hayden, what do you got?
I'd give it a 5.
All right.
I'd give it a 5 out of 10.
All right, that's good.
Just to clarify, not a 5 out of 5.
You heard it here first,
If it
everybody. Hayden,
If
5
it
out of
had
5.
more, if it was like 20 minutes shorter and 20 more minutes of the movie was devoted to Dennis Hopper, I'd give it a 5.5.
It's getting a lot of 7s in the chat. Absolute Affluence has it as a 7. Andy's got it as a 7. Who else? I think there was another 7 in there too. Oh, Indie Phantom gives it a 7 too.
It's really good. The sound of it's really good.
All right.
Luckily, the chat's not on this panel.
What do you got, Chris?
I've gotten in the habit of logging my movies on Letterboxd, and sometimes if I'm inspired, I'll write something about it. I gave Waterworld a 2.5 stars out of 5, so it's a 5 out of 10.
Yep.
Okay.
But I put the light symbol next to it, and I wrote, "No one gives good performances, but everyone gives great performances." And something about this movie and its lack of sauce and seasoning just gets me going. God.
And in 1995, I would have given this a 2, but time has made me a little bit softer on it. And, of course, just it being full of 90s cheese. I'm bumping it up to match Marcus with a 4. So, yeah, there we go. All right, so we got to talk about the LD. Like, who watched it? Everybody probably watched it on, like, DTS or something, or 4K.
No, I watched the non-DTS.
Just normal.
Yeah.
Yep, surround sound, Pro Logic.
And I watched it on the W1.
So yeah, this came out like a year before the US DTS releases, but this still looked pretty good. It's 1.85 to 1, so it's got a lot of nice close-ups. Looks pretty good on the big screen.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about Costner's decision to shoot all of his big movies in flat.
Yeah, you think this would be a scope kind of, yeah.
I get the sense that he's always been thinking about the 3 dimensions that his movies exists in, and knew it was going to get played on TV more than it would in theaters during production. And so he shot it like a fucking TV movie.
Pretty much, yeah.
It
Brian
might have been a really good TV miniseries.
Yeah, exactly.
Saying could have fleshed it out a little bit.
He seems to shine on TV. Like Yellowstone was big. Nobody cares about Horizon or whatever. So, yeah, maybe he should stick with TV. Just saying.
Or maybe it shouldn't be his project. It should be somebody else's project with him in it. Like,
yeah.
Or someone else's project without him.
Or a baseball movie.
Yeah.
Baseball.
He did what, three of those? Three baseball movies?
What? We still got Tin Cup, Bull Durham.
Oh.
Bull Durham. Love of the Game.
Love of the Game.
And then Field of Dreams.
Field
right?
of Dreams.
Field of Dreams.
Yeah. So at least 4.
Tin Cup Golf, though.
Oh, wait. Sorry. Yeah. Tin Cup. Yeah. Sorry. I hate sports.
I feel like he had another one later on, though.
No, you're right. Bull Durham. There was another one. Oh,
yeah, Bull Durham. Tin Cup for the Love of the Game.
Tin Cups Golf.
Yeah.
Tin Cups Golf.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, kill it.
It's got a ball and it's got a stick. It's the same thing, right?
Okay. So Marcus and Ryan, you both listened to the DTS print of the movie, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
I think we can all agree. Reference quality DTS track. Like, oh,
really
baby, it sounds great.
It was nominated for an Oscar for sound. It lost to Apollo 13. But it was nominated.
Yeah, that's tough to go up to Apollo 13.
Yeah, another Universal versus Universal. Yeah, as this was in DTS and theaters, of course, because Universal was in DTS stereo and theaters that didn't have 5.1. So it's DTS, baby. Not
this was like the peak era where there was still competition between studios to get one digital sound format to rule them all. And unlike in home video where like VHS beat Blu-ray, they just decided to give up and they started printing 4 different soundtracks on every movie that was like a major release.
Yeah, it was wild. In different spots. So yeah, this has got a THX certification there in a tiny little spot on the back.
Yeah, it's got a nice Broadway style LaserDisc logo at the top of the movie.
Yeah.
Sounds good in DTS.
Then this thing, it's got some good shots in it. I'm assuming Kevin Reynolds did the nicer looking shots. I mean, maybe Costner's got a good eye for composition, but I mean, it's got some good colors. It looked good on the screen.
Yeah, I mean, comparing it to the 4K, the LaserDisc holds up quite handsomely. It's got good colors. It's got good sharpness.
Not bad.
It's a top tier. You hate to see it, but Waterworld's a top tier disc, just like Star Wars Episode 1 before it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think picture quality, yeah. I mean, because that Star Wars was scope, so this one, I don't know. It's got a lot of decent close-ups and things. So I would give this one the edge over Phantom Menace even, but don't tell
I would
anybody.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think transfer's a bit better. Agreed.
And so I guess I'll get the DTS someday and really compare the audio track, the 5.1 versus the Matrix surround, but
no need.
Yeah, it looks. Just a little comment on the picture quality. Usually, whenever US discs, I usually hate when they split CLV and CAV because
Yes.
I can almost always tell the difference just a little bit. This one I couldn't tell at all. I thought the whole thing was CLV.
Yeah, and side 3
then-
is CAV.
Yeah, it didn't look any different to me. It looked very consistent, which normally it's like the whole movie looks fine, and then side 3 looks way better, and it makes me wish it was a CAV box set.
Look at
But this time I didn't even notice. Badly cut out.
I've never really noticed a difference between CLV and CAV on my CRT. Maybe that's just I don't have an eye for it kind of thing.
55 inches, I noticed.
Yeah, once I get, and you, but
Yeah, I could buy it.
yeah, once you start looking for it, you can start to notice a little bit more. But yeah, I was the same way for the longest time too, because Peter would be like, "Oh my God, that side CAV, it looks so much better." I'd be like, does it? I don't know. But yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, I can ignore it, for if the movie's good, but usually I do notice it, and then I go on LDB, see if there's a box set counterpart to upgrade to.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one looked good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Universal put out some really good laser discs in the mid 90s. Like when everyone else was putting out murky garbage like Warner Brothers and the like, Universal really put out some high quality transfers.
That's good stuff. Yeah, thanks to Marcus for hooking me up with this super hard to find rarity. So
Yeah, just happen to have one laying around. Those rare gems just jump off my shelf.
They're growing like lime bushes. They just pop up in the middle of the night. Yep. So yeah, that was definitely much needed, because without this, I couldn't properly do the show. I have the Arrow Blu-ray. We should mention there is an extended cut that actually gets more depth into the world and the lore of Waterworld. But actually, the best thing about that is there's a killer documentary about what a whole like crapshoot this film was, and the insanity behind it, and the bad idea of trying to shoot an action film on water. And so that's really fascinating. So even if you don't like the film, you might like the documentary on the Arrow release. I'm assuming it's on the 4K version as well, probably.
There's definitely an extended cut.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the one that's on the. I don't think it. There's what 3 cuts on the Arrow.
Yeah, there's an Arrow like triple disc. I don't even know. Is that in print anymore? I don't know, but
I think it is. I just don't think I would ever want to look for it.
I mean, come on, you got to go deep. Waterworld. I'm gonna get this tattoo, by the way. So
come on, more like come off, and don't ask me to buy
wait,
that Blu-ray.
hold on. Oh my God, I was looking at the map the wrong way the whole time.
Maybe if you cut it off the jacket, you can see it better.
Yeah, I know. The map is like this big on the girl's back. Like, why would they need to cut it off? Or like
It would have been funny if there was a scene where when the guys on the boat are analyzing it, saying they need it bigger, if someone pulled out a comically large magnifying glass.
Yeah.
That
Doesn't anyone have a magnifying glass? All right.
What's the theme that plays while Dennis Hopper is driving his stupid car through the boat?
Oh, it's a Peter Gunn theme. Yeah.
Why is that in the movie?
Because somebody thought it was great. Probably Costner. I don't know if that's a sensibility, but
Just all of the instincts that went into making this movie the way it is were all wrong.
like that car
Except
idea
for
could have been
Hoppers.
interesting if they did something with it. Except it does return again, and it goes really
Like-
fast the second time.
Like, how sick would it be if that car was like covered in blades and they launched it onto the atoll during the battle,
Right?
and
Yeah.
ripped people
like,
apart
drive
with
around.
it?
Yeah. Like it was a cool idea that went nowhere. Yeah.
Ugh.
Anyways, any final thoughts on Waterworld before we get into a wolf pick?
I would
The,
rather-
yes.
Hayden's got his finger up.
I do have a final thought. Actually, two final thoughts. One, real quick. Favorite line in the movie. I'm not going to say so the video doesn't get demonetized. Second favorite line in the movie is when Dennis Hopper is like interrogating the little girl, and he says like, if he comes here, I'm gonna cut open his head and eat his brains. And
she's not scared at all.
My actual thought is the movie feels like it should end when they see the mountain. When the seagull lands on the basket and they see the mountain. Because they wanted to do a sequel, right? Isn't that the thing? They wanted a sequel?
Yeah, I'm sure this was going to be...
That would have been, to me, just a better ending, because I think the whole scene on the island sucks. I think it just sucks the air out of everything.
Oh my God.
What little the movie had going for it. I feel like if you know that they find dry land, that's enough of an ending. We don't need to see it. We know what land looks like. We see it every day. You can just see the mountain, and it could go to credits.
You can see
Waterworld
it every
2.
day.
Yeah, we didn't need all that. And in the chat, Lucas is saying, God, are you still talking about that dumb movie? And AKA Missy Holmes says 2 thumbs down on this movie. So there you go.
Cool.
Yeah, it's not a good one.
Yeah. So Max,
But
you got some other stuff to say too, right?
Well, I was just thinking about how the trader people, right? Like, how are they getting stuff, and like, how are they getting clothes, and how does anybody have clothes?
Yeah.
I would assume it's probably from ships and things, or like things that were floating, existing, where they could take clothes, and then just the clothes that they're wearing are some generation of the same textiles being turned into many things.
Yeah, and it's all fugly.
That was going to
like
be in
Cuban
water. That was going to be in Waterworld 2, where they find a cargo ship floating adrift.
With like Levi's on it, and like all sorts of fun
They
stuff.
find a bunch of Sheen stuff on the boat
A lot
from
of textile
China.
waste in the world. Okay,
Yeah.
it's possible.
And like something like that would have been a cool world building scene if we
Yeah.
got to see the bad guys loot a derelict ship or something. Like,
And then-
that would have been good world building, good time spent with Dennis Hopper and his boys, you know.
Surprise, the captain of the Jeans ship is still there, and he's like, nothing's free on Jeans World.
Are you implying that in his world, jeans
It's just
covered
denim
the
everywhere.
earth?
Nothing's free in Denim World. Good times.
Oh my God, I love that.
All right.
Wearing a perfectly clean denim jacket.
Yeah, just
Yes.
like, yeah, that's what this film needs. Like that one, like super sharp dressed, maybe with denim, maybe with corduroy. I don't know.
Probably denim.
Someone that's just got like lots of drip. And, yeah. Or Hayden, everyone's giving shout outs to your outfit. Luke is saying, why does Hayden have cucumbers on his face?
These goggles hurt.
Goggles.
These are very cheap goggles that I bought earlier today for this episode.
At some point, if your room starts filling up with water, like we're going to be like, yes, he was
I'm good to
prepared.
go.
Yeah.
I have a Waterworld crew shirt in this house,
Oh.
and I was going to wear it.
Does anybody have any posters or swag or buttons or anything? I might have a button somewhere.
That was my
I have
swag.
no LaserDisc.
I bet
I-
I,
it's
Ticket
like,
stub?
I've-
You have a ticket stub?
do, but it's over there. I'd have to go digging for it. But I totally have it.
Where did you see this movie, Sam?
I saw it at Showcase Cinemas, East Hartford, Connecticut. A bunch of my friends went. I was salty about this film before coming because there was all this talk about how much money it cost. So it was more expensive than T2. So it's like, this better be as good as T2. So, and my whole take was none of that money was on the screen, but I still went to go see it with my friends because they were reasonably amped about it. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to go with you. And whatever. It's going to be a good, dumb, fun time in air conditioning, even if I don't like it. So I was salty, but I liked it enough.
Did you see it in DTS? Do you know?
No, my area sadly had like zero DTS implementation. Like it was, if you had lived down closer to New York and Connecticut, you could get DTS, but nowhere in the greater Hartford area. They were like, nope, you guys are not important enough to get DTS 5.1. So yeah, it must have just been Dolby SR, and that was it. But it was on a big screen. It was opening weekend, so it was in the big house.
That's all that matters.
It was, yeah, it looked okay. But yeah, a lot of the composite shots and like some of it didn't really look that good even in 1995. Like I was like, ugh, yeah, that was a little dicey.
Which
there.
is weird because to me, I think it looks pretty good in 4K in 2024. Like I feel like it looks better now
Than
than
it
it
did.
would have in 19. Like that scene where the seagull like lands on their ship.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, that's a real bird. That's a real bird.
I remember the underwater dive remember thinking that looked way cooler when I saw it in the theater. I'm like, oh, this is great. And then I was like excited for it to happen on the LaserDisc. I was like, oh, this looks pretty janky now. But I mean, conceptually, I was down with it. So, oh, Andy saw it first day. There we go.
Wow.
UCI Tower Park Screen 5. Yeah, he saw it in DTS. And 3 times in ABC Screen 1 Dolby Stereo SR. Yeah. Respect.
Saw it 4 times.
Yeah, apparently.
That's too much. That's too much.
I mean, in 1995, that's what, $4?
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, he lives in the UK, so that would be 4 Great British pounds.
There you go.
That'd be like
$8.
it probably would have been like £3 or something.
Yeah.
Back then.
So if you had to get it on LaserDisc, get the DTS. If you can't afford the DTS, get it in the $3 per Logic version. That's fine.
Yeah, it probably sounds pretty good.
Great.
Yeah.
I have center channel now. It's working. I have DTS capable, and I have my AC3 is fully functional. Everything sounded really fantastic.
Ah, perfect. The chat's coming in clutch here. Absolute Affluence mentions, fun fact, Kurt Russell was originally set to be cast as the Mariner, but passed on it, which leads me directly into our wolf pick. Kevin Costner sucks on the ocean, but is he good on a horse? And how does he do going up against Kurt Russell with the exact same story? We're going Wyatt Earp versus Tombstone. What do you got, Ryan? What do you pick?
I mean, Wyatt Earp has the better chase pressing, so I'm going that.
You're going Wyatt Earp. And I could say it doesn't have to be this one. It can be the special extended cut one, too, if you like that.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. The extended cut box.
Okay. What do you got, Maxine?
I am a sucker for Tombstone, and I love Val Kilmer in Tombstone.
Yeah.
I've watched Tombstone a lot of times, and I've probably only seen Wyatt Earp once.
All right.
So,
I'm your Huckleberry. Chris, what do you got?
Vera.
So, you're going to kill me, but I've never seen either one of these movies.
What? Next episode.
I know. I have Tombstone. I just got it in Japanese pressing of it. I'm looking forward to watching it soon. It reminds me that I need to go back and finish side 2 of The Quick and the Dead.
Always, as always, the wolf pick doesn't have to be based on any kind of like experience, logic, or yeah.
If I had to pick one of them, I would pick Tombstone because I would rather see a movie with Val Kilmer and Kurt Russell in it than a movie with Kevin Costner as the lead.
There you go. Yeah.
And that goes for anything. Like I'd rather watch Top Gun than whatever plane movie Kevin Costner didn't make.
Yeah. Did he have a plane? He should have had a plane movie. Memphis Belle or something?
It would have been fucking boring.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Ryan's got Ryan's got the box set. There we go. Marcus, what do you got? What's your choice?
So I have never seen Wyatt Earp.
Yep.
But I do love Tombstone, so that would have to be the pick for me.
All
Tombstone for sure.
Nice.
It's an awesome film.
And Hayden, what do you got?
I'm in the exact same boat. I've never seen Wyatt Earp, so I go with Tombstone.
Yeah. And
although if I were going just by cover, I'd go Wyatt Earp because the Tombstone cover is pretty bad.
This is a better cover, yeah, for sure. But yes, this was a trick question. Tombstone freaking smokes. It rules. Wyatt Earp is a big Kevin Costner turd. This was the wrong answer. This was the right answer. But
we proved that definitively.
Yeah, thanks for Ryan for at least giving some reps for the box set.
I do have the box set somewhere. I don't know where it is, but I own it.
Have you looked at the box set price recently?
Is it zooming up?
Oh, it's disgusting now, if I remember correctly.
Oh, and Wolfpack Effect's about to blow it up even more. Get Wyatt Earp. It's the best movie ever. Better than Tombstone.
It's up to 40 on LDTB, so...
I'm looking at the same exact page.
Wild. Oh, yeah, and someone made a mention to the Amazing Stories, The Mission episode with Costner. That was the one where I think where he drew the landing gear. And they made cartoon wheels pop up. That was pretty good. Yeah. That's probably what I was thinking about Memphis Belle. Right. So, yeah, Indie Phantom also has Tombstone and Wyatt Earp, but has not watched either of them. So, everybody, watch Tombstone. Someday we're going to do a podcast episode where we watch a good film, and maybe it'll be Tombstone.
Next film is Super Mario Brothers.
Damn it.
We're going to watch good film.
Yes.
Keep
Let's
waiting.
go, Mario. I'm already prepared. Let's go.
Yeah, how did Marcus knew?
So
I knew.
Sam?
Yeah.
Keep waiting for that good film. It's going to come back around.
I believe in Dry Land, and I believe in the episode where we do a beloved.
I believe in Dennis
90s
Hopper.
movie.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, but remember, your belief in dry land is being rewarded because they find dry land.
That's what I'm hoping someday. Like at the end of this 2-hour plus world of podcasting, we're going to have an episode where we do something killer. Anyways, and not to say that these films, I mean, you should watch it. Watch Waterworld for yourself and then judge and then come back.
Or don't. You're not
It's
missing
entertaining.
that much.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, I stayed awake. It was cool. It's good.
I've got affection for this movie knowing that it's hot garbage.
Yeah, I can buy
What
that.
can I say? I like bad stuff, and it's okay to admit that now as a 29-year-old.
Yeah, plus it's fun to talk about it and kind of dump on it in a group. So, all right, let's do some pickups. LaserDisc pickups time. Get ready. I don't have too many, but I got some. All right, first up, I went to my local record shop, and they don't normally have LDs, but I grabbed a Jabroni press of Altered States because it was brand new. So I forget it's open merit. So I'll grab that. And at some point, I'll grab the AC3 copy as well, because good film. Quality stuff. Looks better than the taped off a cable VHS copy I had as a kid. So, and I can announce this because I got announced, but I got a MGM late release, The Last Embrace, with Roy Scheider and Janet Margolin. I think this is Jonathan Demme film. Yeah, Vinegar Syndrome's going to be releasing this on Blu-ray as part of their one of their imprints, and I got to work on this for a little bit. So, but now that they talked about it, I can talk about it.
Oh, they finally announced that?
They did, yeah. Or at least people were talking about it on Facebook, so I'm talking about it. Or maybe they didn't officially. People guessed it. All right, if you're watching this and they haven't officially announced it, I'm going to be sending you an NDA, and you're going to have to sign that. And yeah, never mind. You heard nothing. These sick discs I got from Maxine. 8 discs. I'm not going to show each one, but 8 discs full of videos there was like a compilation of videos put together for Tower Records to show them in store. And so it's sick. It's got everything. It's got rock, hip hop. I mean, so some techno-y kind of stuff in here, like everything you like. And it's all killer, no filler, because there's like only about a minute to 2 minutes of each video. So if you ever get bored of the song, onto another song. And in between, there's sick bumpers, especially the one with the guy that's like the typical Ed. He's like,
Yes.
He looks like a character out of like Brain Scan or something. And he's like,
This is a LaserDisc. You're watching this on Pioneer LaserDisc.
Yeah. He's got like a Pioneer CD changer, like an MC30 or something. But yeah, so that's great. So lots of that stuff. But these things are chock-a-block with videos. So they're like 2 hours each disc. And like there's all sorts of sick stuff on there. So that was awesome. I'm losing my shark hat. And Max also sent along Stacy Peralta, Tim Simonon, Attack the Videola. I didn't have this. Little Tony Hawk skateboard there.
That's sweet.
Been looking for this for a while. I do have some other Videola stuff, like the Zbigniew Rybczynski stuff, but I've been looking for this so I can watch it. Max,
Randomly.
oh yeah. Max also sent a copy of The Middle Years, Decline to Western Civilization Part 2. It's got digital sound, so you know what's good. Dave Mustaine there, shredding away on the jacket. Classic. I mean, everybody watched this, when I think MTV showed it and a couple other places, like we all taped it off cable and like nerded out over all the stuff. There's some great bands in here. There's some less great bands in there, but it's fun. Ryan sent some goodies along, including a film called Entangled, which I got to watch because it's got James Bond in it. So thanks, Ryan. Can't wait to see that. I'm sure it's high quality. It's got legs standing above him, so that's how you know it's a James Bond film. Ryan also hooked me up with some proper James Bond films, HK releases of The Living Daylights and Thunderball. So, hooray! I got more of these. There's only 10 more to go, something like that. So slowly chipping away at those, and yeah. They're in. I haven't actually seen I think they're pan and scan, but I have to check them out. Thunderball, I don't even think is on LDDB, so I got to add that. Timothy Dalton looks like he just came out of Kramer's chicken room. Like he's super red in here. Like what's going on? And that's about it.
Quality control's good in China.
Yeah, right. That's about it for LDs. Pass it along to Ryan.
All right.
Cool stuff.
I swear I know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
do.
Gonna, yeah.
Take my shark hat off.
All right, so I'm going to go with the big thing first. And by big, I mean heavy.
Ooh,
Wyatt Earp box set?
yeah.
Oh,
This is
dude.
a AD P8000.
Wow.
Eventually, I'll post photos.
Is it
But it's the original player in box with remote and that inline AC3 decoder, first owner manual. It even has a second box that I haven't even brought in my house because it's an outer shipping box for the box. Like it was never shipped. The dude picked it up from the factory. So, beautiful looking player. Can't wait to like plug it into something and get it all like tested out and checked out. It's supposedly a 97 guts. Upgraded with AC3 and all kinds of other expensive fancy things. Like I guess the retail was like 3,800 or something like that in the 90s.
Yeah, it was one of those crazy boutiques that just cost so much money. Yeah.
So yeah, I got the whole shebang in one collection pickup, and I cared about the movies, but totally not at all. I just wanted
the player.
Like the player, yeah. So we'll see. I'm excited though.
And that's not the gold one, right? It's just got a black faceplate.
No, this is the black one.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, but
might as well throw it out at that point. No gold, no dice.
I mean,
honestly, I think it looks cooler. So we'll see.
The gold one is super tacky looking. I'll give you that.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. And I looked at the remote. Hang on, actually, I'll pull that out.
Yeah, let's see the remote. Is it gold?
No, it's like super Pioneer bootleg.
Yeah.
So it's just like, oh, is that a Pioneer remote? Nope, enlightened audio design.
Oh wow, that's cool.
So I'm really excited. Dude took care of everything. He was telling me he's a retired engineer, so still got light up on the buttons.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
All kinds of good.
Yep.
So yeah, really, really excited about that. And then I did get some movies.
Ooh.
What?
I believe
I know. So I don't pick up. I try not to get too many like of the same movie. But like Vinny found this and sent it my way. This is a Hong Kong Cyborg 3. And the cover is amazing. So why wouldn't I?
How did Vinny get that?
I know.
He picked up something good, I guess. I don't know.
That's weird.
Accidentally maybe?
Yeah, it must have been an accident.
Yeah. So and then I'm a sucker for good Mark Hamill. This is not In Exile. This is Time Runner.
Yeah, it is.
You can tell by the bootleggy nature, but just Mark Hamill badly like photoshopped on, and
his gun's making pew pews.
I think that's him. I don't know.
It's like
just quality cheese.
Bootleg
That
McDowell.
movie is rough.
Yeah, it's high
But
quality.
in a good way.
No, there's not a such thing as a good rough.
What about Waterworld?
Ah, fuck.
Yeah.
Hoist by your own petard.
God damn it.
Sometimes I chase things and I end up with cool things, then they turn out to be not so cool. So this is the Black Cobra with Fred Williamson,
Nice.
but it's dubbed into like Mandarin. There is no English on this. There are no English subs. Why they like didn't put it on one of the other tracks?
That's SAST. Yeah, that's the same company that has. I've got some James Bond stuff they did from Russia with Love. Totally dubbed. Yeah.
Well, it's weird though, because some of their stuff has multiple tracks.
Yeah.
So they had the ability. I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. I just won't watch that one.
I mean, you could just make your own dialogue.
Maybe when they mastered
I could,
it, they mastered it, they were watching Waterworld and fell asleep.
Yeah,
Forgot
and then
to press
just
the button.
to show it off, I actually got to meet Fred between the last podcast and this one. So I got Fred the Hammer's autograph.
Nice.
So
That's incredible.
That's what I'm thinking for that other one. You can get his autograph on that, and then find the guy in China who dubbed him and get both of their autographs.
yeah, no.
I mean, I'm
I
sure
don't
he's
know if
famous.
I'm ever gonna see like Fred again. He
Yeah.
was randomly in Belvedere, Illinois, which is not a big town, but it's close enough to Chicago, I guess. And he was out there for a like late night flea market doing autographs because the promoters brought him in.
Nice.
So pretty sweet. All right, moving on. You got The Maker, which is like a Singapore only.
What?
It's Matthew Modine and Mary Louise Parker, Michael Madsen, Perusa Balk. I don't know what it's about.
Looks
It's got a
legit
good
though.
cast.
It doesn't look bootleggy at all.
So my worry is that like, it might be a good movie and I'm not going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
That happens. We all struggle. All right, moving on. Conflict of Interest.
Woo!
That's our boy Judd. and Alyssa Milano, Christopher McDonald.
Wow.
So good cast.
cast.
I'm pretty sure it's trash.
Check out those
So,
sideburns.
probably-
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I'd watch
There's
out
a
for
lot
those.
going on. So.
I know,
Yep.
me too.
Anyone a fan of Jules Verne?
I mean,
800
he's cool.
Leagues Down the Amazon.
Yeah, I remember that one.
So, yep. I have no clue what this one's about. Jungle fantasy adventure from the director of the #1 box office smash hit Sniper.
Whoa, sniper director.
Yeah, you know the Sniper drop. All right, moving on. We have Homewrecker.
Ooh.
This
Whoa.
is I don't even know, some kind of like family drama. It's got like some weird like sequence here. I don't even know what's going on. If that's like a
Whoa.
key or something. I still can't figure it out. I've looked at it like 3 times. I don't know what that girl is like interacting with.
Yeah, on
So-
the front, like underneath the family portrait. What's that? Is there like a
It's
that a
like
glove?
robot arm?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
robot. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so who knows?
It's like Chopping Mall, but in like the middle of a family drama.
yeah, like who knows? And then I got some bodily harm. Linda Fiorentino and Daniel
Oh
Baldwin.
wow.
This has got to be like some kind of trash. A suspense thriller that weighs the stakes between lust and truth and life and death. And it takes place in Las Vegas on the Strip. So there's a
Some boobage.
Vegas strip
Yeah.
sequence that, you know, they decided to include.
Yep.
I think that's how they wanted to like get rentals. You know?
Yeah.
And then Fred again pops up. This is the last mission of Detective Malone, aka Black Cobra 4.
Wow.
Man, this movie is not good because they like just pull entire sequences from other Black Cobras. It is a movie, but it is not enjoyable.
Cover's great.
Yeah, no, the cover is better than the movie. I'm just putting that out there. So, but it's got Fred, so that gets points. Then I've got The Killing Machine with Jeff Wincott and Michael
I saw
Ironside.
Ironside in the background. Yeah.
I have a note here. When I got it, it was a little bit warped, and I flattened it out pretty good. So I got to test it yet, but yeah, I'm looking forward to The Killing Machine. It was announced in the U.S. and never made, but then they made it elsewhere. So thankfully, you know, foreign countries exist. They supplement my LaserDisc collection because the U.S. kept sucking. So, all right, we'll keep going. We've got Gypsy Angel.
Oh.
I have no clue what this is. Like, I don't know what it's about. The back doesn't help either, and I didn't look up a synopsis. So,
Is there
I
a
was just
robot
like,
in
oh.
it? I hope there's a robot.
I don't even know.
Robot.
Is she in a prison cell?
Maybe,
Yeah.
but it's like it's not really because like the
She's
bar's
kinda out
end
of
right,
it, right?
there.
Yeah.
That's like just like a really weird backdrop.
Is it a
So
music
anyways,
video?
Yeah, maybe.
The photographer got credited way up top, so you know it's good when the photographer is one of the top credited.
Yeah.
All right, we'll keep going. Got Scheherazade.
All right.
Wow.
This is the film debut of Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Oh, sounds
She
good.
dips beneath the lasers, in case you didn't know. So yeah, this is I don't even know.
I kind of want to see this.
Singapore or something. What?
I kind of want to see this.
Yeah. Moving on. A Kiss Goodnight.
Hmm.
A Kiss Goodnight is a sexy suspense thriller about an attractive, young, and successful woman, blah, 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 whose personal life is in turmoil.
Wow.
Imagine that. She's carrying a gun. So,
You-
also,
you
this
seem-
font is pretty atrocious.
You seem so invested in the plot of that movie.
I know. If you're a big fan of Matthew Ironside or Matthew...
Or Michael
wow,
Ironside.
Michael Ironside or Anthony Michael Hall, I'll get the words right.
I can't talk
This is
tonight
Cold
either,
Night
so
Into
you're fine.
Dawn. This is a Hong Kong only
Wow.
movie. So, I mean, as you can tell by the title, you're like, oh yeah, that's definitely not a U.S. movie with Michael Ironside. Nope. No, just Ocean Shores of all things picked it up, which
Huh.
is cool. I had to add this one to LDDB. This is Joey Breaker. It's like an early 90s comedy.
he's like
And
a
it's
film
got,
guy because he's got film
what?
glasses. His glasses are like movie cells. Yeah.
I don't know. There's more to life than making a deal.
Yeah, she's
So
clearly
now you know.
thinking about something other than him
He's a,
because he's not
he's
that
a
excited.
New York agent, and he's a favorite son, and he's gonna make a deal or something. And I don't know. I don't know. Looked cool or rare.
Joey Breaker.
Whatever. And then I got this one. This is
Ooh, mosquito.
They're
Wow.
they're hungry.
They
So
are
if
hungry.
you're looking for a horror movie about mosquitoes and guns, this
What do you shoot the mosquitoes in that movie?
well, look how big they are.
Yeah.
You're gonna be shooting those mosquitoes when they're that big.
I would simply
I mean,
leave.
if you want a horror movie about mosquitoes and guns, just come move to East Texas. Like
That
it's
is
every
true.
single day.
Well, I mean, it's from the producer of The Blob, They Live, and the creators of the effects of Evil Dead 2
Okay.
Wow,
and Darkman.
Huh.
So like
that's a movie.
got a good
That's an
pedigree,
that's an
and then they
interesting
made
pedigree.
Mosquito.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Looks even
But,
better than Mansquito.
Yeah, this one looks good. It's got Gunnar Hansen as the star. You know Gunnar?
Yeah, I do know Gunner.
No,
Good friends with him.
He's
I've never heard of him
he
in my
was
life.
Leatherface at one point, and also Walking Tall. He was in some of the Walking Talls, I believe.
Yeah, so you've got that guy.
Yep.
And I don't know any of the other names, so yeah, maybe somebody does, but yeah.
And
the
the-
producer made the cover.
Yeah, I noticed that. In the chat, Absolute Affluence says Philip Seymour Hoffman was in Joey Breaker.
Oh, nice. He's not listed at all,
Yeah,
so
that was
it
probably-
had to be
yeah.
like well before people knew who he was.
Like pre-Twister.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, those are my pickups. Nothing crazy. It's been a summer.
Yeah, the usual stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's
Max?
that? Yeah, Max. What do you got?
All right. Oh, I've got way too many. Let me just. Okay. All right. We'll start off with animal movies because for some reason I have a lot.
All right. Yes, bingo.
Bingo. And the chase variant of Whiskers.
Wow. That looks pretty amazing.
I'm close to skateboard complete, guys.
A skateboarding cat, even.
I'm very close to skateboard complete.
There better be a cat skateboarding in the film. I want to see that.
Yeah, the real thing about this looks just like my cat.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
I really can't wait to see my cat skateboarding in a film.
I bet he could
'cause
do
the-
some kickflips.
I hope so. Why he's wearing a tie, I don't know. I'm just
Yeah, and he's got shades. Like, where'd he go?
he's pretty cool. Okay. Do I have more animal ones? No, this other weird one though. Josh and Sam.
Oh yeah. Is one of them
Feel
like a
like
robot or something?
He must be. I just want to say this looks like Wizard.
Yeah, it does.
But like so I'm hoping it's something similar or interesting.
But without the
I've seen-
Nintendo.
Yeah, no Nintendo, unfortunately. I think I'm Thunder in Paradise complete.
Oh,
Nice.
Yes.
I got 1 and 2, or 2 and 3 already, and this was the last one I needed.
sick.
Gotta
That-
have some-
marathon them.
Now I can finally start all of them. I'll save that one for the end. Oh, this one. This one I gotta show. This just came in the mail.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Very,
Good
very
one.
hot stuff. Nuclear Wars.
Yeah, I love it.
I love that.
That's quality.
That's- I got some Tracy.
Score.
Excellent.
She looks real good.
She's hanging out with some kid with a airplane? Was it?
I mean, I haven't seen this, so the plot is questionable always, but
Yeah, wow. Whoa. That guy's intense.
Good one.
dense.
He has like
Yeah, that was
fighting ability as his acting credits.
I love it. Because
Jerry
honestly,
Trimble.
yeah, I love kickboxing, and this is, I'm sure, going to be really good. I got this solely because the name is Estevez, and we know it's the best of us.
Oh,
so
yeah.
hopefully her acting credits are just as good as Joe.
I'm sure.
She might be the sister, actually.
I think she's related. She must be.
Oh.
This was one I was wanting
Oh,
for a long.
yeah.
Finally got this. Should be good.
I haven't seen that since like the 80s.
I swear I saw this as a kid. I don't I don't remember it. I just remember like that looked so familiar to me. I couldn't not pick it up.
Yes.
Roddy and Billy.
Roddy and Billy. This is gonna be
Awesome.
special. I feel it.
Why aren't they on Mount Rushmore? Why do we have these old politicians and not Roddy and Billy?
No.
Let's change it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
My Samurai.
Yes.
Score.
New Horizons.
More real kicks.
Oof. Yeah. I
Real
can do
kick.
that.
Okay. Stepfather 3. I'm close, I think.
Oh,
I might
wow.
Might be Stepfather complete.
Are there more Stepfather movies?
Yeah, I didn't realize it was a series.
Oh yeah.
There's 3, yeah.
Is it still
There's
Terry
three.
O'Quinn in all of them, or is it just the first one?
I doubt it.
It's probably
Man,
some other jabroni in the third one.
I think by 3 it's definitely a different person.
Yeah.
But the 2 might have the same person.
He probably gets killed at the end of one of them, I'm guessing,
Oh.
right?
Just kidding.
It's
I
been
have
a
more
while.
dogs.
Shiloh. Look at his floppy ears. Oh, and Johnny and Clyde. Wow. And
Well,
dog-
Did all these pet movies come or animal movies come in the same lot? Like, was there just somebody
Yeah.
who was obsessed with
Yes.
animals? Okay. All right.
Yes. And
Makes sense.
I was really excited about that because a lot of those are just random ones. Like, when are you gonna, who's
Yeah,
gonna?
you're never gonna find that. You
Yeah,
hit the mother load.
I felt like it with Whiskers. Woo, felt like it. And then this one, I feel like this is like late-ish,
Oh, yeah, I've never seen that.
97.
Is
Yeah,
that
I've
Ernie
never-
Hudson? It is. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
It's Virginia Madsen, so that was enough.
Hell
And Ernie Hudson, and Vince Vaughn's in this.
All right.
And John
Sold.
Favreau. Yeah,
John
sold.
Patrick Flannery.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes, that's a movie right there. And then this is the one.
Oh, Teleshop.
This is the one
Sick.
that was. This was a grail for me. I will say it. It's a
Did you
weird
test
grail.
it?
I haven't tested it yet. It's probably rotted, but the fact that I have it, I have the Sears Roebuck paper inside.
There better be some Star Wars toys for sale.
There's a lot of kids' clothes.
Oh, okay. Yep.
But we'll see. It says merchandise shop and fashion shows and demonstrations.
Oh, maybe not Star Wars.
But like,
Yeah. I don't think there's Star Wars if I remember. I think it's just like clothes in like the summer. Like, so there's a
outdoor,
swimsuit
cordless
section.
cordless telephones.
Nice. Pick me
And
up some
riding-
corduroy. I was talking about getting corduroy earlier. I'm sure I can get it from 81 Sears.
Honestly, it probably would be still better than modern day corduroy.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
But the disc itself, I mean, it's not see-through, so that's a plus. Because I've had a lot of early pressing stuff be like not watchable. So
I believe in you and your disc.
yeah. Oh, what am I doing? I'm not even showing you swag. I got another case.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
There was a question in the chat. Where do you get these wonderful things from? I think it's a secret, though.
It's secret. They find me.
They find you.
And then this
Maxine
one, I
goes
have
back
one-
in time, everybody. She has a time machine. Oh, you got that one? Yeah.
I have one already, but I found another and I couldn't leave it.
Yeah, I think I remember you showing
that a
that in
coaster?
an early episode. It's a
Puzzle.
scramble puzzle.
oh, okay.
And it has the little image on the back here.
Yeah, it's like if a Rubik's Cube is like above your skills, this is like next level under that.
Yeah.
You should be able to mix it up and solve the puzzle.
I just love it. I think it's precious.
It's pretty sweet.
So I think that's yeah.
Excellent. All right, who's up next?
I think it's my turn.
Yeah, let's rock some Chris.
All right, I don't have that many. I got a Marcus package in the mail quite recently with a lovely
Ooh.
Tremors special collection. I've never
Wow.
seen either of these movies. I don't even know anything about them.
Oh, Tremors rocks.
Therefore, this is the box for me.
You're in for a treat.
Yeah,
You're in
Tremors
to
is
go.
fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And if it's not, I'm coming to California to fight you, Marcus.
All good. Come through.
Yeah.
I did pick up a couple of anime boxes. I feel like I didn't have these last time we did this. Did I have the Tenchi Muyo the movie 2 box?
I don't think so
No.
now.
I don't think so.
They all look the same.
No.
We don't
They
care.
they all look the same, but this
No,
one's
I
kind of
don't
neat.
recognize that.
Is that the one
I
that's
was kind of,
in
uh,
Dolby Digital? There's one that's in Dolby Digital. I don't know if it's that one.
Does he have a lightsaber? Looks like he has a
Sure
lightsaber.
does.
This one is just TA check. No, this one is Dolby Digital.
Yeah, nice.
It's on the Obi that's under the box.
Yep.
I haven't really dipped into Tenchi Muyo. I haven't really watched anime in a while because I have been busy. We got a little Burn Up Excess Perfect collection, which looks sick as hell.
Yeah.
I have no idea what this show's about. I don't even know if there's subtitles for it out there.
Wow.
That's the fun of
Raw
anime.
dog it.
Never. I would rather suffer the death of Romulus 1,000 times. I would rather die in agony than raw dog my anime.
Rough.
This one's important, actually. This is Karakano. This is the follow-up that Gainax made after doing Neon Genesis Evangelion, which is kind of the it anime of the 90s, along with Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, yeah.
This is a late release. It's more of a romantic story than it is a science fiction epic, but there's definitely some like mixed media content in here. It was directed by Hideki Anno, in part at least. Therefore, as soon as I knew this box existed, I had to chase it down.
Mm.
Very
That's
nice.
pretty.
I agree. Before I got this big lot of anime boxes, I didn't show all of them. I was trying to just buy a box to combine it with a smaller item. So I picked up a Back to the Future trilogy box.
Score.
I can't say I really care that much about these movies, but I figured this is a nice enough box that it's worth having. I'll watch these movies again someday. I'm not a huge Back to the Future guy. I like later Zemeckis, like Contact, a lot.
Wow.
And I
Wait. Contact is better than Back to the Future? Pump the brakes.
Time out.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like...
Front door.
I'm leaving.
Anyways, we're just gonna pull
I
that
like-
spotlight away.
I
What's
like...
going on?
Me and Marcus are driving to beat you up now.
I'll be straight. I like used cars better than almost anything Zemeckis has done after it.
Well, used
So,
cars is great. I'll give you that.
yeah, used cars is like my big Zemeckis movie. I picked up the Wallace and Gromit trilogy of shorts. We got a little Wrong Trousers action here in Dolby Surround. We've got a close shave. Apparently these are out of order in my stack. And we've got a Grand Day Out. They all have their Obies. They're all very nice
Yeah, great
and neat
packaging.
looking. Another disc from the Marcus Vaults. Marcus sent me a THX. Wow.
Nice.
I've become a bit of a THX fanatic lately. So Marcus hooked me up. Marcus would not give me one of his really nice posters. And I'm also driving to California to take one of those by force.
Does it have an insert sheet in there? Sometimes they have inserts.
Does it?
Sometimes.
I don't remember, but I gave you the one with the shrink that actually says THX under the barcode.
Oh,
on
you
the
got an
back.
insert.
It has an insert.
Nice. It might have
And
the
now
date
I'm
on there,
going-
too.
And now I will do a dramatic reading of the WoW Laserdisc was created by Lucasfilm for use with home THX audio systems.
Shout out to
Enough of
Andy.
that. Enough of that.
Yeah, shout out to Andy.
1993. What do you mean have a date on it?
Yeah, they kept pressing it again and again. So there's some that have sheets that say 95 on them and 94. I think they ran them up until like 95 or 96. So.
Yeah, I mean, between you and me, the THX home video thing is what ran THX out of relevancy. So I have a lot to say about THX and its history. I got a little Beverly Hills Cop action on Laserdisc.
All right, do you hate this one too? Because the chat's not
no.
forgiven you yet for Back to the Future.
I know.
Well, first of all, I don't need their forgiveness.
One of
Therefore,
them's Luke, and he's not feeling it.
That's fine. Luke doesn't like a lot of things that I like immensely.
Okay.
So we don't have to agree. I have only seen the first one. I love the first movie.
Yep.
I'm going to watch the second one very soon. Probably this weekend.
Cool.
I think the first movie's a masterpiece. Marty Brest did a great job. I'm looking to get my hands on a copy of Midnight Run so that I can also have a good time. And then I have a Luke disc.
All right.
Luke sent me a copy of Godard's
Pierrot Le Fou.
what I say, Pierrot Le Fou. In the card that he sent me with it, it just said, had an extra, great movie. So I'm going to try and watch that this week as well, so that we can share our respective thoughts on it, because I have not watched a lot of Godard's work. So I'm behind the times, and that's all I have.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
All right.
all right. I'm going to pass it on to, what is it, Marcus?
Yeah, let's go, Marcus.
Yeah.
Marcus?
And,
Marcus, you better not have any late releases. Marcus, put all the late releases away.
They'll be last. There are a few of them.
No, I want 1995 and before. I want no Dolby Digital releases.
We got some 99 and 2000 coming up. So hold the front door. All right. So I'm going to start off with hardware as well. And which way am I supposed to hold this thing?
Oh, yeah. You got a W1.
Yeah.
Wait, now you can see the map that'll lead you to Dryland.
It was upside down the whole time.
So I picked up a W1 that had the manual and the remote. I am loving this player. To have 2 trays and not have to get up from the couch is very, very cool. So I'm very much enjoying this.
Really,
I'm
really
joining
nice.
the ranks of Max and Ryan, which I think both have W1s, right?
Yep. Bill has one too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who has one?
Bill.
Yeah.
Oh, Bill. Yeah.
He's
yeah.
got
the
Vinny's
picture
old
quality?
one. Or Ryan, who got Vinny's old one?
I think I do.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it's basically like an LDS one, right?
The BQ is solid. It is a step down from the 97, 95 that I usually daily, 79 that I daily.
So I won't drop kick my R7Gs for it.
No, don't do that.
And yeah, audio
But
outs
the
are
convenience
limited.
factor is awesome. Yeah, it's not terrible, but it's not quite up to those.
It's like a killer
I'll-
bedroom player for sure.
I'll
No
share
AC3.
the upgrade with you guys later.
Oh, nice.
There's ways to make it look better.
Okay.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
to know.
Does it have the digital audio video button like the S1 does that degrades the picture?
It does. So you have to manually press it
Yes.
each time.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right.
Just like on the 97 where you have to,
Yep.
disable noise reduction. Same thing.
Yep.
But this one is more, it's strikingly like it's bad with that on.
Yeah,
with
you're
the
like,
digital
oh, all right.
memory on.
I should-
Digital memory. Yeah.
All right, good to know.
All right, moving on to discs. I've been after the
Oh,
Japan
snap.
Looney Tunes box set, Space Jam. Every time I come across these, they don't have the OB.
Yeah.
And I just, had to be patient and wait to find one. So finally found one with the OB and lucked out, and it included both of them in
Oh,
the same
snap.
lot. So
There's another one.
there's another one.
Fuck.
There is another one,
God
and I don't
damn
recall what year it was released, but it was fairly late-ish.
Yeah.
Late-ish.
1998.
I'm
There you
just
go.
gonna give up.
98. All right. Now I got a couple anime that I've never seen, not really familiar with them, but they're right up my alley. This one is Rally Cars.
Oh, cool.
It's called Gotham. I assume that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
I don't
Isn't
think
it
it's goddamn.
goddamn?
Oh,
Yeah, it
maybe
might be, yeah,
goddamn.
swearing.
Actually, it's goddamn. Sorry. Excuse the
Yeah,
language.
wash your mouth out.
Yeah, really. So this one's a rally anime, and it looks like it actually has like actual rally footage
Huh,
on the disc as well.
that's cool.
So that should be kind of cool. Yeah. And then this one is not on LDDB. I don't remember the name of it. I did look it up. I found the My Anime page for this release, but it's baseball, sports anime. It's about I think it's about a high school team that goes to the championships, but it's not on LDDB, so I'll have to add it.
That art is wild. That guy's.
That art is crazy
Yeah.
on the back.
Yeah, that's what initially drew me to it when I saw the listing.
That guy's serious about his baseball.
Yep. All right. Per recommendations after watching Showdown recently, folks asked me if I had best of the best, which I did not, but it was on my list. So I started actively looking for it and found one that doesn't have any rot. It had been play tested, so went ahead and picked that up.
Excellent pickup.
Yeah, that's great.
Let's see, another one from Japan. Don't know anything about it.
Oh, yeah.
Moon 44.
Cool.
Looked like a pretty cool watch.
Is that Paré?
Yeah, is it Michael? I think it is.
Yeah, it
looks-
is.
Yep.
It is Michael Paré.
Yep.
Yep. All right, this one I have no need for by way of spinning and watching it because I have the DTS.
I know what
but
this is.
the cover art for Dark City is just too cool to pass by. So I threw this one in the last box that I got from Japan.
Sweet.
Yeah. So just really cool art. All right. Another Sega disc to check off the list.
Ooh.
That's a good disc.
Nice.
I love that
And
disc.
hang on.
Heck yeah.
So excited to add this one to, I think I have one or two of the other. I have Outrun for sure, and I might have one other. I don't recall.
That Outrun disc has some pretty poor picture quality. It's a little disappointing. So,
Yeah. Still, nostalgia level is like,
oh, I
I
agree.
spent so much time playing that game in arcades. Oh my gosh.
I've never played it in an arcade.
Aw.
Oh man. Yeah, you're too young.
And you hate Back to
I
the
was-
Future.
I didn't say that I hated
No,
Back to the Future.
We're gonna keep spinning it.
Oh.
Yeah, you're never gonna live that one down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually
Oh.
said that Marty McFly's actor deserved Parkinson's for Back to the
Wow.
Whoa!
Oh
All
my!
right, you're
We're-
canceled
Kick
now.
him out now. Kick him out.
Views of Chris
now.
Howard and not respective views of the podcast.
Yeah, wow, yeah, we gotta put
Future.
disclaimer
Not the
on.
views of this podcast.
Not the
I
views.
am this podcast.
Oh my gosh. All right, we're gonna just move on.
Yeah.
Saturday the 14th.
That movie rules.
Hey.
Kind of hard to track down for me with the Obi.
Totally.
Corner
Oh, yeah.
Obi. So pumped to have that. Got a couple from Ryan. Back in business.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Let's remind me, Ryan, is this Singapore or Indonesia?
I believe that's Singapore.
Yeah. So Bosworth and I think it's Guy Torrey. There's a Joe Torrey and Guy Torrey. I think it's Guy Torrey.
Yeah, he didn't get his name on the front.
That's the
Yeah,
one that
he didn't get his
survived the
name on the
oil
front,
spill,
but-
right?
Completely random for him to be in this type of film.
Yeah.
So I saw Ryan had it and I was like, please send that over my way.
And it survived an oil spill.
Yeah.
Ryan also sent me RoboCop. This was just a gap in my RoboCop collection. I did not have the first Japan release.
Sweet.
And I think I showed this last time, but this was a recent pickup. I traded with Austin, the making of RoboCop.
That's
What
huge.
else?
That's huge.
Same cover art.
Yeah, I like how they really splurged to, change the cover.
Yeah, seriously, it's like
So
exactly
similar.
the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like blew out the color a little bit more.
Yeah, they did. There's a little bit sharper color on
And the
that.
logo
They
looks
just-
more like Predator
they
on
just
the
took
making
the-
of.
They took the slider for the contrast and just nudged it up a little
Instagram
bit.
filter and turned it
They
up a
wanted to
little
make sure only the most discerning hardcore fans would know the difference.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, another one I didn't necessarily need, but I got for comparison purposes. So I have the DTS Super Speedway, and when I posted about it, I think I watched this like 18 months, 2 years ago or so. Someone asked me, how does it compare to the THX one? Because the DTS one didn't get the THX treatment. So I've just been keeping my eyes open so I can compare picture quality between this one, which has THX, but an AC3 track versus the DTS one, which is non-THX.
Score.
Yeah, that one actually.
But
came out
the
in April.
DTS one, I mean, some of the best PQ that I've seen on LD. I mean, it's amazing.
That's the
it's
power of IMAX 70mm negative, baby.
Yeah. Okay, we have reached the late release section, Chris. So hold on, buckle in.
Buckle up.
All right, buckle up. he just left.
All right.
Don't go too far, Chris.
Yeah, we're gonna need
All right.
you later.
First one.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is my only Russ Myers film. The reason why I have it is because this was his dabbling in blaxploitation. I mean, it doesn't squarely fit within blaxploitation. Clearly, there's sexploitation in there as well,
Yeah.
but there's not as much nudity at all in this one compared to his other films. And so I kind of been keeping an eye out for this one for quite a while, actually, a couple of years to finally track one down that wasn't ridiculously overpriced on eBay.
Yeah, that cover's promising a lot though. There's a lot of hyperbole
It
in there.
And it's not one that I'm going to watch with the wife.
I was gonna say,
wife,
hide that one.
if you're watching this after the fact, yeah, we're not watching this together.
I love that, like, it just says harlot!
Yeah, exclamation
on the cover.
point. Yeah.
Boom!
Bam.
Like, right there. Like,
That's it.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, next one. I think I forgot to show this last time.
nice.
I've had it for a bit. Black Christmas. So this is definitely going to get spun during spooky season
So good.
this year for sure.
or holiday season.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
or holiday
that
season,
is-
right?
That is a Christmas staple. I watch that every year, normally almost on the same day even. It's like total staple. That one's nuts.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, another late release that made its way into my
Yes.
collection, 200 Cigarettes.
Nice.
I don't really know much about this at all other than watching the trailer.
It's New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
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 And
New Year's
everybody's
Eve
in
film,
it.
so maybe I'll watch it on
Everyone.
New Year's Eve this year.
I can tell you how many cigarettes are going to be present in the movie.
Spoiler alert, it's actually 201.
Fuck!
Okay, I think I just got two more. Yeah, two more. This one, I'm going to be bobbing my head to this and pumping it up when I watch this.
Nice.
Night at the Roxbury, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So this one should be fun. This is probably at the top of my soon to spin list,
Excellent.
but super pumped to give this a watch on LD. It's been a long time since I've seen this.
Good score.
So
Oh,
good.
it's so good.
I've seen maybe 20 minutes of it on cable, so.
Yeah, so it's hilarious. All right, and then last one up for me. You guys know that I'm really into black films by black directors or with black leads. This is, as far as I know, this is the last one that was released on LD, released in 2000. Ryan showed it off a couple shows ago. And
Congrats.
so it has finally made its way into my collection. Might not be a big deal for some, but The Wood, released in 2000. This is Grail for me. I'm gonna use the word. This is a holy grail.
All right.
This is a Grail.
I'm adding it to Grailwatch.
This is
Wonderful.
definitely a Grail for me.
Did you get it from Australia or did you find it locally-ish?
I did not get it from Australia. So that one in Australia, I couldn't tell exactly. There was just some parts of the image that looked like it might have had damage, and I didn't really want to spend that much money plus shipping and kind of roll the dice.
Right,
So,
right.
Yeah, so I found this one. I think I got this on eBay. I don't even remember. I'm pretty sure it's an eBay buy. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks clean though.
It's very, very clean copy.
Yeah.
Very clean copy. So that's it. That's it for me.
Congrats.
Woo.
Grace, I hope you enjoyed those late releases.
Yeah, nice
Actually,
selections.
those were pretty cool. Like, he didn't come out and go, and I got 3 copies of the 6th day for $20 at Amoeba.
Oh no, I wish, but no way.
Yeah, they're abysmal.
I found the cell in an alleyway in Los Angeles.
All right, Hayden,
All right,
shut
okay.
everyone down.
You know, it's $2.
Shut everyone down.
Yeah, drop your
I don't know if I
major
got that.
heaters. Yeah.
I don't know if I got that many. I did get a package off of Zen Market though,
Where'd
so
that go?
Score.
got a couple things.
Heller's afraid of your
I
picks.
I did get this. Been wanting to watch The Trial
Ooh.
forever.
Oh,
So this is The Trial and Mr. Arkadin Japanese gatefold double
Oh.
feature. This is on LDDB, but it does not have the cover, so I need to add that.
Mr. Arkadin's a hot mess, but it's fun.
that's pretty cool.
Nice. Looking forward to it. I got the awesome Japanese release of Them.
Damn. That's
Nice.
sick.
That's
Finally got the original 80s edition of Godzilla.
Ooh,
the
corner
corner
row.
movie.
Nice.
So watched this the other night. It looks beautiful. It's a very beaten up, scratched up film print with lots of like marker scribbles
Yeah,
on
it's
it.
total
Love when that
grindhouse.
happens. Yeah,
That's
that's the best. I got the Space Godzilla box set.
Ooh.
So
Nice.
now I've got all of the 90s movies in CAV minus the US
Yep.
movie. I'll get that eventually when the need strikes. But
Yeah, I was
for now,
surprised you didn't have that one already. You're like Mr.
I don't need
Kaiju
it.
guy. Yep.
And then I got this. Sadly, this double feature has a lot of crosstalk, so I assume I need to flatten the discs. But it's the Zeron
Ooh.
double feature box set. I've been wanting to watch these for a while. I got halfway through side one, and it immediately looked like someone was like doing donuts on the screen. It's terrible. So, and then I spun up the second one to see if it had the same problem, and both of them are just
Uh-huh.
horrible. So I'm assuming they're just really warped.
Yep.
But that is all I've got for LD. So holler if you come back.
Score. Nice selections, everybody.
yeah.
All right, it's time of the night where we dig into the hot topics. Get ready for some exciting conversation, scintillating, and all sorts of things like that. All right, where'd Ryan go? Is he still there? We're still locked on Hayden. Oh, there we go. Oh, Heller's not back yet. All right, he'll have to wait till later. Oh, yes. Well, first quick hot topic is I got to meet Vinny again for the second time. I've met Ryan twice, and now I met Vinny twice. So now we need to all meet together at some point. But I'll show a quick picture. Nobody in the chat can see it, but so yeah, there's me and Vinny in his newest theater. Well, not his, but he's part of the group that's opening it in New Canaan, Connecticut.
Wait, what?
Vinny.
Oh,
yeah. You
I
can
was looking for a picture.
You can only see it if you're looking on YouTube. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah. So hold on, I'll leave it up there for a second.
I can see it now. No, we're good.
There you go. So yeah, I went down there to hang out for a special friends and family launch night. We watched If, the Ryan Reynolds film, which was kind of but it was all about the event. So that was cool. Got to hang out with Vin again and got to meet his family. He got to meet my wife, so we all know that we have wives and things like that now. Anyways, but on to real hot topics. Marcus got an LDW1.
It's true.
That's on there. We got an update from Andrew Warren. If people were excited about his new processor that he was working on, which was going to be basically an all-encompassing processor killer unit that had the comb filter and the upscaler and everything. It got seized by customs, and it looks like it's dead in the water. So he needs.
Why does that happen?
It sounded like it was some sort of licensing issue, or
yeah, it was the HDMI.
Pay some big fee up front.
Yeah, HDMI. That was this thing with the eval boards for a while. After Peter Biancardi was kind of buying eval boards left and right and getting people hyped up on those. The company that was putting them out finally stopped selling them to regular schmoes like myself. And so apparently you can't even have the boards unless you pay a licensing fee to HDMI. And so he's I think he's already invested quite a bit in it, but
I mean, if you aren't going to invest like that, you might as well make sure you can do it.
Yeah,
but it's like a $10,000 license, and then it's X per one you sell or something. There's it's significant.
Yeah,
I know it's a huge undertaking. It always is with those certifications and all that shit.
Yeah, explains why the Lumagen 2144 is so expensive. So this idea was to have something cheaper and available for everybody. But yeah, really, the money is all really in the licensing.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah. So
if they could make it cheaper, I'm sure they would.
Yeah. So apparently,
what's the licensing fee on DVI? You could just put that on there, and then you just buy an adapter.
DVI.
I'm sure they're still making that,
right? I can get some adapter cables for sure.
Oh yeah.
Why not just get a VGA?
I don't know if there's a DVI eval board. Is there?
All right. Yeah. Let's just go back to component. Go full analog. No more digital.
And then we can get one of those Walmart boxes.
Yeah, we'll get the Warren processor into a AV to HDMI box. Perfect. Anyways, but yeah, so just in case you were waiting for that, as of now, as far as at press time, that's not really happening, but we'll see.
You hate to hear it, but it makes sense.
Apparently in the upside down, maybe not so much in LDF, there's been a major uptick in scammers lately. Ryan, you've been shutting them down, right?
If I see them pop up there, I'm searching LDF, I've only had to remove one.
Yeah.
And that, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because we have questions, but it's they create new accounts. Maybe they don't have filtering questions or something. So you can just keep creating accounts and coming in and posting. But it's just shady city.
There seems to be a big uptick in people getting stolen driver's licenses and then creating Facebook profiles for the name on the stolen driver's license. So then they can sell you stuff and be like, look, bro, my driver's license is in here. I'm legit. And then.
But here's the thing: why are they targeting the LaserDisc community?
I know, right?
There's other, how did they even come across this? You know who I can take advantage of? Those LaserDisc folks.
Yeah, that's
big money. We're a huge community with big money. Yeah, we're not.
Yeah.
Everybody knows everybody. When somebody new comes on, we're like, did they die in a boating accident? What's going on?
Are they asking us to come to Honduras to check out their discs?
Yeah. So it's not like you can just pop up and be a big player and it kind of slides on. Everyone's like, okay, how does this person have this? And yeah.
it's not a very good
Speaking
scam.
of popping up in a big player, look who just showed up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Who's this guy? This
I'm a
imposter.
big player right here, baby.
yeah, we're talking about
Hey, are we done?
scammers.
Oh, it's our boy Luke Big Pimpin' Sincata.
Waterworld, my favorite movie.
Yeah, sorry you
Back
missed
to the
it.
Future. Back to Future. I hate it. I hate Back to the Future. What was the other hot take I missed? What do you say after that?
There was another one,
Oh.
but I forgot.
He said
It was something
Super
about
Mario
Michael
Brothers.
J. Fox.
It was rude.
not to be
Not
repeated.
repeated.
Yeah, we should not
listen,
repeat it.
I'm not going to watch the
Nobody here
podcast.
believes that. That's freaking Chris right
Listen,
Yeah.
listen. It was all for the bit.
Are not represented by the rest of the cast.
I've always enjoyed Michael J. Fox's performances. His best work is in The Frighteners.
Okay, he's good.
That
Yeah,
is-
he's really good in that.
that's an
That
option.
movie's incredible. That
Wasn't
movie's
necessary.
incredible.
Great. Yeah. Okay.
Let's do
Anyway,
The Frighteners.
That's a hot topic. Altman just got a box set recently, so shout out to Altman.
Good.
Everybody got a
All
player.
Marcus
Luke
got
wishes
one,
he
right?
played.
You got a Frighteners
right.
box.
No, I fixed my player.
It's
Oh, you
the
need
last
one.
one I need.
Oh, it's not-
I'm still working
All
on
right.
it.
When Marcus gets a
It's gonna sit
Frighteners
right
box,
here.
we're gonna
It's
do it.
right there.
All right. Can I have like a 5-second window before my daughter comes in from her bath? So I got to do this quick. So everybody
let's
shut
do
up.
it. Go ahead.
Tell
All
us
right, here
about
we go.
Waterworld.
Waterworld is so good. It's I saw it in the theater.
I did too.
No way. I'm never doing it again. No, thank you. No, thank you. All right. I'm going to show my pickups. Are we done hot topics? Everybody?
No,
everybody
we
good?
just started Hot Topics. We'll be going back to them when you're gone.
Good. Do that. I got some pickups. I have a lot of different movies. I cannot keep them straight. So there's like little, there's always going to be little, my brain doesn't start working. So if I miss something, I need some help from the crowd here. Okay. So if I say, hey, what movie was that again? I don't remember. Okay, here we go. No? Okay.
All right.
Number one,
Already.
first thing, I'm currently in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I'm here visiting my family, and I went to McKay's. McKay's is this great used bookstore. It has LaserDiscs, has movies, has Blu-rays, has everything. Last year I was here, and I went to my mom's house first, and I was in the basement just getting rid of stuff. I was like, I don't need this. This has been in the basement 10 years. It can go. And I brought it to McKay's, and I got like $900 of credit. I was like, oh my goodness. So I used as much as I could last year. I still had 400 credit this year, and then I just kind of went nuts. So here we go with everything I got. Are you ready? Are you still there? Anybody?
What? Yeah,
Yes,
totally
we're
right.
here.
Okay. Okay, good. The first thing I got, I picked up. I'm a big fan of Christmas music. I got Christmas with Christmas with the Levin Brothers.
Nice.
So yeah, that's good. I picked up a good one. I picked up Donald Byrd, Blackbird.
Oh, it's a great record. I have
Nice.
that one.
There you go. So my daughter has become a very big fan of the band
Rush.
Rush, and not to my favor because I'm not a huge Rush fan, but I am a big fan of her. So that ipso
That works.
facto, I gotta buy Rush records now. She's 7 years old, and she somehow got into Rush. I think the music teacher at her school played it for her, and she's just,
Hell yeah.
so
The dangers of public education.
Yeah.
yeah. So I picked up this guy.
Oh, a classic. One of the great live records of the 70s.
The funny thing about it is I had it before, sold it. Then I had to buy it again. All right, so let's get into the DVDs real quick. This was a good one. This is the only non-Criterion one I got, just a heads up. This was a movie that came out a while ago. It's called Welcome to Me with Kristen Wiig. And it was just one of those movies I watched, and it just kind of stayed with me. It's about, let's see, a woman with borderline personality disorder wins the Mega Millions, and basically she uses the winnings to fund her lifelong dream of becoming the next Oprah. It is just, it's one of those movies that just, it stayed with me, and I was like, I gotta see that again. All right, let's go quick through the rest of these. Next one up, I got a little Princess Bride action.
Yeah, love that.
I read the notes in here. There's one person who did like a little essay, and I was like, I hate you. Like, I think you're stupid. How did you get that job? Like, who needs it? But then the next one is William Goldwyn talking about how he wrote the book, and that was great. All right, next one is a movie called Blind by Close Up. Nice Iranian movie, looks pretty good.
Next one is Roman Polanski's Tess. Never
Mhm.
seen it, but it's
Love
got what's the face in it? Kaczynski.
Yep.
Got that. We all love Sweden.
Yay.
And so I picked up Fanny and Alexander. Got that one. Next one, I got some Fellini action. Got some Armored Core.
Cool.
Got that. This one, let's see. I picked up The Man Who Knew Too Much, not The Man Who Knew Too Little. And then I got The Kid. Good one.
Score.
And then I got some more Fellini action. I've got 8.5.
Nice.
I do not have that one on Blu-ray, but I do now. And then I got Summertime. Then I got, okay, here we go. The name of the movie that came out recently about the guy and the girl who go to the movie theater. Holler, I'm talking to you. But they, it's very slow moving. Fallen Leaves, I think it was. What was it?
Oh, Fallen Leaves, yes.
Fallen Leaves.
Yep.
Got this one. Same guy. But this is from,
Chris Mackie.
this is called,
God, Fallen Leaves is a fucking great movie. Oh my God.
So I picked up that. Not done yet. Oh, picked up, here we go, little known director. I've been watching a lot of him. Picked up Breathless. Got a nice Godard.
You're really on a Godard kick.
I'm getting everyone. I'm going to watch everyone from, like, he made 13 movies or between 1960 and 1969 or something. I'm going to watch them all. Like, they're all different. But then they're all just so amazing. Because he was just crushing it. Like, he's like, fuck you. I'm going to make amazing movies. I don't care what you think. I'm just going to create these awesome things. And so Breathless was his first one. They say there was film before Breathless and there was film after Breathless. And I was like, oh, okay. All right. Then I picked up, just today, I got this guy right here, The Big American Lost and Found, the BBF story.
I love
It's
that.
got Head on there,
See?
which is Head is a horrible movie. But it's got, Easy Rider. Got 5 Easy Pieces, which I watched recently. And then tried to watch King Marvin Gardens. Did not get through that in time. But yeah, I saw this and I was like, okay, yeah, let's do it. Then I got one of these cool Criterion Eclipse box sets. This one looks pretty good. I got this. And then, the last one I got, which was not a Criterion, I got The Revenge of Frankenstein.
Ooh.
A nice horror one.
Ooh.
Hammer. So yeah, these indicator Blu-rays, you look on the back of them and they're just like, so many special features. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, is that region? Oh, it looks like all region even. Nice.
It does. Yes, it does look like it's all regions. Yeah, ABC. But I got the all region player, baby.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
good to go.
Baller.
So yeah, that is what I got. And yeah.
Cool.
See you later.
It's been real.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Take it easy, Luke.
All right, moving back to the hot topics. Luke, what a guy. That's in there. Where did we leave off? Scammers. Yeah, watch out for that. I think we covered
Yeah.
that. Right?
Yeah, like if they're selling $5 horror discs that are like, $100 everywhere else, and that's their entire post, it's probably fake.
Yeah.
Ask questions. Ask for a timestamp.
Yeah.
Ask them to show you the disc and them something that
And their
they
stolen
can't
license.
create on the fly.
Yeah, they're using other people's sales photos now, so always look out for Ryan's carpet. If you see Ryan's carpet, and if it's not Ryan.
My carpet was in
Yeah,
like an
and-
eBay listing, and I messaged the dude, and I'm like, "Hey, can I see some photos of this item?"
Yep.
It was like it was a Back to the Future box set, and they never responded to me. And I'm like, "Wow, that's shady."
Yeah.
And they were like a power seller. I'm like, "What are you doing leeching photos? You've got like a rating. I don't know if the account was hijacked. What?
Were they just going to buy your
Yeah,
disc and
and-
drop ship it?
Maybe."
Yeah.
And you know what? It is always worth reminding the people at large, if you do not know somebody and they ask you to pay friends and family, you tell them to fuck themselves.
Yep.
Or
Just like that.
Venmo? Then no.
Yep. No. Yeah. None of that. Oh, here's a hot topic. Hayden, you should probably show everyone. You got a Terrifier 2 Laserdisc, I think, from Walmart or something. Exclusive? Or was it Target?
Yeah, you know what? I think I left that
Ah.
in my other house.
Oh,
In your
man.
player?
Oh, next podcast, bring that along because I really want to see that.
Yeah, I'll have to bring it. Yeah.
All right.
I'll have to find it. I'll get the Target sticker. Some people seem to think I got it at Walmart. I don't know where they got
Yeah,
that
sorry.
idea that was
yeah,
from Target.
Target.
I
Yeah.
said it in the post that my Target pre-order came in. You're
Listen,
asking if it's a custom or something. I don't know anything about custom.
listen, we don't
That doesn't-
have enough time to talk about literacy issues at large.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, true.
Oh, here's a fun one. Ryan's got a Nimoy Gate. Ryan's discovered that different versions or releases of the Nimoy disc have a legitimate like letter with the letterhead, and then apparently they got lazy at some point and just started photocopying it.
So it's blue.
Yeah.
And obviously really nice. And then like later versions,
They're just
it's
like whatever.
black and white. And you can even see like the I Xerox this on the copy machine because we didn't have the original to print out again.
Yeah.
Some dude in a factory. But yes, I did pick up a second Nimoy disc to upgrade my first Nimoy, which you can see little rough.
Yeah, but
It plays through though.
It's
But-
got some love. You've shown it some love over the years.
It came that way. I'm just happy it plays through. But the second one is like really crisp and clean, so I was really happy to upgrade.
score. Magic Rock City, baby. What else we got?
It's so tacky though. So tacky.
Where's Moikey? Because actually, I had Moikey in my hot topics. He was in the chat. Said we should get him on here.
He said to me after I sent the link, that he doesn't have a setup. But
Oh,
he
okay.
agreed.
But
So
anyways,
I told him he needs to jump on.
in my
So
hot
he's gonna have to
topics.
get a setup. We're gonna have to talk crap about him right now.
Yeah.
It sucks because he's not jumping on. No
He's
worries.
been
I don't know. I always had good interactions with Mikey. I haven't
I'm
talked
just
to him
kidding.
in years.
Yeah.
It has literally been like half a decade since I last interacted with that dude.
He's been buying rotten copies of Corman's Dinosaur Island for years, and he finally
years.
got. Yeah, well, like how many years? Like since
I
2015.
want to say like probably like 5-6 years.
Yeah. He finally got a rot-free copy. So
They exist.
big ups to Moikey. Yeah.
And it's a really good film, really educational. It's got a great like sequence at the end with pause screens on frames. Just really good film and special features.
Sounds great. I can't wait.
I've never even heard of this movie, so I'm sure it's a classic.
It's
Dinosaur Island is
baby.
a classic. We'll do
And
that
Top
after
Women.
Super Mario Brothers.
Ah.
And everybody has rotten copies.
Yeah.
Can we pick movies I don't have to source?
I mean,
I have 2,400 of
Already
these
have
things.
them.
You don't have Super Mario Brothers?
I don't like that movie.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
I might have more than one extra to send out for review.
doing the old podcast with Moikey and Sean was hilarious because we would all watch the same movie, and then none of us would ever have the same movie across all three of us. And that was just three people, and it would be like, "Nope, I don't got it." And then we just yell at each other. So, shout out to Sean and Moikey.
Yeah.
Anyways, white spindle grips. There was a period when people were using Plasti Dip, and when their spindle motor grip rings would start to crap out. I've never actually seen like a custom, a factory white grip ring. Have you, Max? Like from Pioneer? They're always black,
No.
right? Yeah.
I've never seen white.
Because somebody had picked up a player and it had the white one. I was like, it's probably somebody that Plasti dipped it after the fact.
That doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
I've opened a lot of players. That does not seem right.
Yeah, I've never seen one. So, all right, I thought I'd run that by you.
Mm-mm.
And what else is going on? It's sealed. Should I open it?
Every time.
Yes.
The answer is yes. Open it. Don't ask us.
We crushed it, guys. We fucking did it.
Yeah. Solve the problem.
If your goal
Yeah.
with the sealed is to get it graded,
Yeah.
then obviously there's no point in asking, should I open it? If your
Yeah.
goal with it is to enjoy your collection and a film you've never seen before, or you want to see this pressing, don't keep it sealed.
Yeah, everyone thinks it's like this is the stealth flex now. Like it's sealed.
And
Should I
and-
open it? Look what I got.
And if you are going to get it graded, don't tell any of us about it. We don't want to know you.
Yeah.
We don't care to
No,
know.
we
you.
don't.
And walk into a highway.
As a whole, doesn't care.
Don't walk, run into the nearest
Run,
highway.
sprint to your nearest highway intersection and lay down.
Like in the film The Program.
Yeah.
Haven't seen
Go
it.
ahead and
So.
pick up all the pan and scan copies you want to grade.
Yeah, there you go.
Leave the letterbox ones for us.
Yeah,
Thank you.
knock yourself out. Yeah, I know people are really.
Yeah, they are.
Grading
They're taking
pan and
like
scan
the
ones.
worst version.
It's the
See?
$3
Yeah, worst version and
copies.
they're grading them.
It's so strange. I don't understand who's gonna ever have value attached to that in that little card thing where you can never open it. It's so weird.
And
Listen, we have nice LaserDisc collections, and we couldn't convince anyone outside of this community, graded or not, that they're worth something. So,
yeah.
And I have tried to convince my parents that there's something interesting about this.
The value
and every
behind
time,
it. Yeah.
and every time they go, and I quote, "That's nice, dear."
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, there you go. Open it and don't come bragging to us about it. So
Yeah.
anyways. Oh, Eric
Open
in
it
the
or die.
Eric in the chat says Spindle Motor Grip Rings is a good name for a band. So we got to form a
Yeah.
band called Spindle Motor Grip Rings.
Yes, all of the Wolfpack that plays an instrument, that's the group name.
Yeah, perfect. We got some
I'll
musicians
get,
in the chat.
I'll,
right?
I'll get my trumpet out.
Yeah, hell yeah. We got
clarinet over here.
Oh, we got clarinet.
trumpet, clarinet.
Oh,
we got
hell yeah.
clarinet.
We
In
got
the key of B flat, we read the same music, baby.
That's right. That's right.
Wow.
We
All
got
right.
2 bass players. I can play guitar, piano.
I can play
we got-
guitar. Yep. Yep. We can make it
I
work.
can sing.
I can sing.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got a crew right here.
What do you got, Hayden?
Drummer.
Xylophone?
I own an organ that does not work.
Oh,
that
yes,
I do
the
not know
organ.
how to play.
I remember the organ.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I'll do the cover art for the album. How about that?
Perfect.
Team
Uh,
effort.
don't-
Team effort.
And Ryan's a marimba player right now.
Unfortunately, the only thing I'll allow is
Yeah.
if you license the baby from the Nevermind cover. I hear that guy is super chill.
Yeah, totally. He's all about it. Let's see what else is new. Oh, Sony is killing off optical media, except it's not.
It's not.
It's just recordable media. Apparently, is
Yeah.
what they're killing off. So
Which is,
Well, There
when's the
goes
last
my
time-
DVD burning empire.
Yeah, when's the last time anyone here bought a Blu-ray recordable disc?
Me,
Ever.
yeah.
a
Hayden,
year ago, I have a mini one. I'm waiting to burn something to it. I don't have
There you
anything to
go.
burn on it yet.
what do you
You're
want to
waiting
do?
you-
to find an
You're just
excuse.
waiting for
That's-
inspiration.
Yeah, I saw it was like $10 on eBay, and I thought like I didn't know that existed. I didn't know they made mini recordable Blu-rays.
It's pretty fun.
Oh, whoa. That is
You
weird.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
How about we do like a Wolfpack thing and put it on there?
Yeah.
Like I don't know
put
what.
the LaserDisc podcast on a mini Blu-ray.
Yeah, or part of it.
Go. I'll turn them into earrings.
Or like a
Turn
No.
them into earrings.
DVD-R from our DVD recorder that we use to make a copy of a disc for Luke.
Yeah.
It's still sealed
Oh, cute.
in
Nice.
its little tiny jewel case.
Wow. Look
So,
at that.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I use a lot of DVD RAM and stuff like that. A lot of DVD stuff, but not really any Blu-ray discs.
I'm surprised you still have something that can handle DVD RAM.
Well, my Panasonic. Yeah, DVD
Fair enough.
DMR.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's all the rage. All the kids are doing it.
We've all got
Are
DVDs.
they though? Are they?
I mean,
Everyone here.
yeah, it's a Panasonic DVD recorder.
Yeah, literally.
I don't
Luke is
believe.
one.
All the cool kids.
Yeah, bro. Look at
Unfortunately,
Hayden.
guys,
Yeah.
unfortunately, I do not believe in DVD either. So
No. There's some good stuff on DVD, man. Just saying.
I'd rather get it on Laserdisc if it's that good.
Yeah.
Mm.
Some stuff's not.
I mean,
available.
same, but if there's a $1.99 DVD in my hand at a
100%.
store, it's coming
100%.
home with.
Amen.
Like if I have a DVD of something already, I'll still watch it if I don't have it on any other format.
The DVD Laserdisc zone for me is when it's a TV show and the box set takes up
Oh, yeah.
this.
Those box sets
Oh.
are nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you mean you don't like all of the glorious TV I have behind me?
Yeah. No, there's certain stuff where it's like I'd probably get like Lost in Space or something wild on the box sets, but I mean, it just takes up like
Listen,
Yeah.
I've got all of the X-Files right over here. Right behind me, I've got all of Millennium and Star Trek, and I don't even have the energy to watch any of them because I could just put it on Paramount.
New York man crushed by TV box sets.
Yeah. That's a hot topic.
Excuse me, my shelves are wall mounted.
the disc.
Good for you. Oh,
You'd be amazed at how quickly I could pull discs off of a shelf if it was coming down on me, and they'd all be pristine, folks. Pristine.
I want to see this. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
That's-
Bootleg discs. Like, were there really any cam copies, like bootleg, someone shooting on a
they're
movie
just
theater?
like they're
No.
like from like a VHS master.
Yeah, that's
or
what I was
something.
thinking. Yeah, Because there's been a
they're
lot of
not canned
posts.
or anything like that. They weren't coming out before; they were just coming out after. They're basically gray market.
Yeah, because a lot of stuff's like what Taiwan or whatever that which didn't have any copyright laws, so it's like
Right.
they are kind of like legal within the country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They're
and I
pretty
mean,
intense about their laws now.
Yeah,
some of them were like a little bit better done. Some are just, you can tell they're just hack jobs. And it could be that they just didn't care because they wanted to get stuff to the rental shops,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So, and it was in English and none of them could read it anyways, most likely. So like they'd write a translation at the top or something else. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know what the literacy rate for knowing English versus their native language is or was. But like, so there's probably, you know, it was just to get something out there, and they're not going to pay to license the art or have new art made up. They're
Mhm.
just going to take half the poster and blow it up or whatever, and that's
Yeah.
that.
And it was
Throw
like
some
pressed usually
backlight.
by legit pressing plants. So
Yeah, they're all like Pioneer Japan or Kure or something. Like, there's very little Prinko even, a lot of PDO UK. Like, so, I mean,
how
I
bootleg
don't know.
is it? Yeah,
yeah, I mean, some of them are not great.
Yeah.
There are a few bootlegs for sure. There are some Disney movies that don't say Disney on them and things like that. But like most of those, I think they're just kind of like gray market, whatever.
so I mean the Army of Darkness one looks pretty decent. I was surprised.
That one smokes. Like
Yeah.
I love it. And there's 2 versions of that one.
Yeah, I gotta get more.
Sweet.
So
Yeah, because I got like, and it's kind of weird because like it's the same movie, but like one of them has just like 20 minutes of blank video at the end. Like they forgot to like turn off the machine, and
Yeah.
it's just weird.
Jimmy the intern was sleeping on the job again. So
Yeah.
All right, I think that's about it for excitement. Do you guys want some grails?
Yes.
I don't believe in Grails.
Do it.
All right,
Grailwatch.
Grail
Listen,
watch.
Grails almost got Indiana Jones's father killed.
We'll be careful. We're very penitent. We're gonna get through
I
this.
mean, only one of us got a Grail this week, so
I know.
yeah. So
man, count your lucky stars, Marcus.
Grail watch. So yeah, we're gonna go through.
You mean Waterworld wasn't a Grail for everybody here?
I mean,
We all
it might
got
be
it.
on the list. We'll see. This is the list of all the times Grails have been mentioned within the Laserdisc Forever Facebook group over the past, whatever, couple months or since the last time we did a Grail watch. So we get to choose yay or nay, or just laugh. We'll see what goes on. So up first is the wood. I hear that's a Grail.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
That one is
Yeah, I think it
incredibly
actually
hard
is.
to obtain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
There is one copy left on eBay now, and it's that Indian seller. So, yeah.
Somewhat sketchy.
Don't buy from him. I actually made a mistake and bought from him, and the discs arrived completely thrashed. Wouldn't even play. Got
Wow.
all my money back, but do not buy from that guy. No.
Good to know.
The pictures are, if you think it looks bad in the pictures, wait till you get it in the mail.
Yeah, discs were all scratched up. It was terrible. It's terrible.
All right, so this wins by the amount of times it was mentioned. This has 3 Grail nominations within LDF. The Signature Collection, John Carpenter's The Thing.
Oh, I mean, yeah, definitely.
I feel like that one's a little harder to come by. I think that movie is just rising into steam year after year.
Everybody wants the Signature too, so it's going to get harder and harder to find one, I guess, if you're
Right.
coming at it new. So
That
It
was
has been
the-
It has been
Better
hard to find
soundtrack,
for a
right?
while now.
I was
True.
like, it's been expensive the entire time I've been collecting since 2010. So
yeah, so go and grab a copy now. Also, The Matrix sealed. Of course, there's going to be a Matrix Grail mentioned, but it's got to be sealed. So
boring.
Great.
I've yet to see anyone actually seal like a hot like late release heater yet. They're like Marcus was saying, it's always just junk, cheap stuff, whatever. So yeah, grade your Matrix. Halloween 2, the USMCA release.
Ooh, I mean, that's getting harder.
A Grail? No, no.
Marcus like,
Why is it a Grail over any of the other Halloween
I don't know.
film?
Because they didn't find it for $2.
There's that.
I would say the Singapore, Halloween, Curse of Michael Myers, like that could be a Grail,
All right,
right? 'Cause
yeah.
that's really incredibly hard to find.
Yeah.
But no, you can get Halloween 2 US. That's not hard.
All right, here we go. T2 AC3 THX Squeeze Edition from Japan.
Which one?
The THX AC3, the reissue one.
Okay, that's the reissue one.
Yeah, no, that's a grill.
Yeah.
That's for
Wait,
sure.
back it up. I missed the title.
The Squeeze T2, the reissue.
Yeah, it's probably one of the few things that I would consider a Chris Haller grail. So
All right.
Oh wow.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I said I don't believe in grails, but
Well,
if I
grail
found
one.
that if I found that for an appropriate price, I'd buy it and probably be a little excited about it. Kind of like when I got a goofy movie, an extremely goofy movie.
Don't remind me. You beat me out on that. I messaged.
Yeah, and you know
I
what?
messaged Kevin, and he was like, "Nope, somebody just messaged me." I'm
You're
like,
like,
"Crap."
And
yeah.
I
Somebody
am
named
the
Chris.
somebody.
Yep.
All right, what else we got? Iron Giant.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
And fuck
Certified.
everyone who has it.
Okay.
You know
Certified
I
what's
agree.
crazy is I remember when I started collecting and I got it for what I thought was relatively cheap. And they used to just sit on eBay between like $80
Yeah.
and $110 just for like probably 2 years straight. And then one day it seemed like they all disappeared. And then it was $200
Yeah.
and now they're asking like $350. I mean, I don't know if he got that ask, but I mean, I was like, wow, that's more expensive than, lots of things that people want that there aren't a lot of, but
Yeah,
Whatever.
I will say, so I started collecting when I was 15, before I even had like a checking account. So I had to do all of my things through my father's eBay and everything. And my father is notoriously not a big fan of buying things on impulse. He's very frugal. And so during that era, when everything was real fucking cheap, I lost out on so much cool shit because my dad was just like, no, you don't need it. And now it's like all $400 and it's like I'm just gonna cry.
While crying, think about Friends, the TV show compilation. That's a great,
No.
right?
I refuse.
I don't know.
terrible show.
I think it's kind of it's just an oddity more than anything. I just don't think I don't know. I wouldn't put it.
Yeah. All right. So Friends, it's getting in the middle. The War of the Roses box set.
No, that's like a $4 box.
I
You
mean,
can get
I've
it at
got
any local
one, but
record
yeah.
store.
I couldn't even sell it on Whatnot for $2.
Yeah.
I mean,
Apparently
it's
it's a
a
great.
I
good
sent
movie.
it to Half Price Books to die.
And that's exactly what it'll do because nobody wants that shit.
It's a fun set. It's got a good commentary about
It's
whatever.
a fine movie.
But yeah, it's a $4 box. Yeah. Here we go. 7 Criterion box. That's pretty easy to find.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had it for years, so I don't even think
What is that,
about
like
it.
$15?
Yeah, generally, right? It's usually pretty cheap.
Of the big 90s movies, I feel like Pulp Fiction is the hardest to find box.
That seems to be bumping up lately. Somebody was surprised that I had a copy, and they're like, "Oh, how much do you pay for that?" I was like, yeah, "These were like $25, like all day long for a while." But apparently,
I had like
Yep.
2 of them. I think they both have sold, but I had like 2. Wow.
Yeah, I remember when it was. I couldn't sell it for $25.
yeah, they were everywhere. But apparently, they're getting hotter. But whatever.
They're gone now.
The Wizard
Iron
got
Giants now.
double grails. So
Oh,
It's a grail.
there you go.
Yes. As a huge fan of the Wizard, I would say it's a grill.
For sure.
Especially the Japan one, for sure.
Oh yeah, they didn't mention it. They just said the Wizard
Yeah.
straight up.
Can I just stop and say that this has been the most positive we've ever been on a Grailwatch since
True.
I've joined the panel?
There's been a lot of thumbs up so far. So way to go, Grailers.
But if you want to talk about the real grill for
Ooh,
Wizard,
yeah.
this is the real grill, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a PAL disc, and PAL's
It's
not
a
real.
PAL disc
it's
video
not even in
kit.
English.
Video kid though.
Doesn't
Dumb.
matter. It's
What
still a
language is
grill.
that?
Sorry,
It's a
sorry.
Video kid.
Europe with its weird video signals is just a myth. It can't hurt us.
Anyways, what else have we got going on? Oh, the Wizard and Rad, of course, mixing another
grill.
appearance.
Rad is definitely a grill.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rad.
Akira Criterion Trifold.
Yes. And it's gotten harder and harder and harder to find.
Yeah, the thing's expensive.
I would enjoy having a copy of that, but I also don't need it.
Yeah, I mean, it's out there. Zombie, specifically the old Image release, not the cool reissue from Roan.
Why wouldn't you just get the cool reissue? Why do you want the old shitty one?
Because that's like the thing now. Like the kids want the old stuff because it reminds them of VHS, but instead of buying VHS, they want VHS on LaserDisc, I guess. I don't
You want
know.
VHS Plus?
Yeah, they want VHS Plus, yeah, because there's like It's in
No
scope.
rewind.
It sucks. I want to see it like I saw it on tape back
You
in the
don't
day.
want to rewind.
But I don't want the tape. Yeah, I'm too lazy to
I want to
rewind
watch
over
the
here.
Shitty Vision version.
Want VHS quality, no rewind responsibility.
Choice.
For the record, it appears there's one Akira Criterion on eBay right now. It is
The 3-disc.
$895.
That's
Grail
the
pricing.
3-disc one or the 2-disc one?
Is it slabbed at least for $895?
Oh, no.
It comes with a free bike from like replica of
I'm
Canada's
assuming
bike.
it's the CAV.
It better be.
I'm not looking into this because $895 is more than it cost to pay my mortgage for a month. Therefore, I will never spend that much money on a LaserDisc.
And now you're on the algorithm, so eBay is going to be like, "Hey, Chris, do you still want to buy that Akira for $800?"
Hey, did you
the
forget
answer-
about this?
Yeah.
You're gonna get an offer in the morning for $750.
Yeah. Love it.
Oh,
All right, we're almost done with the grails. All right, Hellraiser box set.
I mean, that's
That's the one that's autographed. It was
Half of
autographed or
them are
not?
autographed. Yeah.
Was theirs autographed? Because
Yeah,
then it's
they-
a Grail.
They didn't mention.
Otherwise, it's jabroni.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Got to get the autograph. I mean, because, come on, that's not a flex if you don't have the autograph, right? Here we go. 10 things I hate about you.
I mean, definitely a grill.
It's like,
That one's been impossible to find since I've been collecting. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've run across 2, and neither one of them came up for sale.
Yeah. I had 3 different opportunities, 2 of which I own. One was broken, and I have one now that's actually good. So, and that's
Man,
all
that-
I've seen in a long time.
That broken one is one less than there will ever be in circulation
Yeah.
again. That sucks.
It broke my heart. That's literally one of. I think I've had maybe 2 things broken in the whole time I've been collecting, and that's
it
one
had
of
to
them.
be that. Yeah.
I've got 2 broken discs. One of them was an Aladdin THX CAV. The most replaceable disc in the world.
Yeah, like a draw.
Yeah.
All right, and then finally, here's a snarky one: a 3M copy of the Cliffhanger game disc, and someone's like, "It's not a Grail if you don't have the hardware to use it." So that was a
I would.
This is a
Like
slam.
Cliffhanger is in like the arcade. Like,
yeah. It was an arcade disc.
it's
That's pretty
pretty
cool.
useless without.
Oh, you were the one that
everything
wrote
else,
that.
But no, you know what? If I got my
Under his
hands on
burner
like,
account. Yeah,
Yeah.
he wrote that.
Yeah.
if I, no, I let my voice be represented by name.
Yeah.
If I got my hands on like a Dragon's Lair disc, I would consider that Grail worthy. So why not consider the same for this one?
All right.
Yeah.
No, this one's a Grail.
All right.
It's a weird as hell thing to want as a Grail, but you know what? It's like the pot calling the kettle black. So
Yeah, it's got a niche audience,
Like-
but
I would say you needing special hardware to use it almost makes it more of a Grail, because then there's the second purchase you have to make in order to even use it.
good point. Yeah. And then again, as hardware, HLD XO from Pioneer is also listed as a Grail, so of course it is.
is it worth the smoke it's worth at this point in 2024? No. Can you play a LaserDisc? That's all that matters.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a nice player though.
We lose
It-
player after player every year. Just get a player. Shut the fuck up. Get a player.
I
But
mean,
bro, if you don't have an XO, you're not even watching Laserdisc.
they are really nice, but
Yeah.
again, unless you're running like a Lumigen or something into it to get like the max,
Yeah.
Imagine getting one of those and just plugging it into a CRT from like 2003.
Yeah.
dude,
Just a Radio Shack Portavision.
I raw dog my X9. Well, it's not even raw dog now. It goes through the DVD recorder into a 55-inch LCD. And it's
Hell
like
yeah.
a 19 or like a 2011 LCD. And you know what? It looks great. I don't need anything more from it.
Yeah.
It's not even my primary setup. It's my recorder setup. Like,
Yeah.
so
I-
I just enjoy it.
At this point, the question you should be asking is, do I have an ability to access the video on my LaserDiscs? If your answer is yes, thumbs up, keep moving. If you are suddenly independently wealthy and you find yourself needing something to burn that money on, an X0 or an X9 is a nice option. But
Yeah. There's
It's still
Might I
gonna-
suggest slabbed VHS though, because that's
yeah,
the way to go.
that's a worthy
Just
investment.
Skip Laserdisc altogether.
Yeah.
We don't
Get a
need
graded-
you hoovering up things and then fire sailing in 6 months to a year because you spent
Yeah.
your wealth and
Get
really-
a graded copy of the Little Mermaid with the penis on it.
Yeah, Black
Move
Diamond.
on with your life.
Yep.
Oh my God.
That's where the cash is. Anyways, so
Or
that's about it.
Nuki.
Nuki is always a heater.
Always a girl.
Yeah.
Always a heater.
All right, let's do some non-LaserDisc pickups. Let's get physical. I got a few, not too many. I'll be quick. Let's see. Let's close that, and I'll start off with a PSP UMD. Ryan sent me a Casino Royale. Looks like he went to Circuit
Yeah.
City. Thanks, buddy.
Wow, it has the Circuit City sticker on it?
Yeah, it's sealed.
Rad.
I got it sealed. Should I open it?
Oh,
True story.
Do you have a PSP?
No.
Then
My-
see you
Is it a
later.
My-
Grail?
Totally. My brother-in-law and I are just weird, and we go to video game stores looking for laser discs and games and everything else. We always check the PSP UMD section for just dumb things. And we were at a half-price books, and they had like 50 sealed UMDs, and they were all different. So we're like,
Score.
Sam's getting that one.
Yeah, baby. Casino Royale up in here. All right, so then I got some records. Let's lift those up. Ugh. Pardon me. I lift up some records. I don't know if I showed this in the last one. I might have, but got the new High on Fire record.
Ooh.
But if I didn't, shout out to High on Fire. Really good stuff. It's a gatefold, but I'm not going to take it out. Luke sent me a James Bond one. I don't know if I showed that one either, but Roland
That's
Shaw
fun.
Orchestra. It's a nice one.
Cool.
Thanks to Luke. I got this for my wife. Ghost 7 inches of Satanic Panic. This was hard to find for a little while, but now it's available again. I think it's purple. Let's see.
Oh.
It looks blue in this camera, but it's purple.
Wow.
And just grabbed a random Yes, Time and a Word. I didn't have a copy of it. This is like a, I think, later 70s pressing, but so.
Oh.
Is that like their first album or one of their first?
It's their second. So yeah, I have like Fragile, or no, I have the Yes album Onward. So I needed to kind of punch in some of the earlier stuff. So this is before Steve Howe was in the band, but it's still got Bruford, and you know, it's pretty cool.
So it's from the good era of Yes.
Before pre-Steve Howe. Wow, someone's hating on the prog era. Of
No,
Yes.
I like all 70s Yes. 80s I'm hit or miss.
All right. Oh man, can't hate on 90210, man.
That's a pretty good record.
90125. Punching in some more Brian Ferry solo stuff in my collection. In your mind, I love the sunglasses. These are always beaten up whenever I find them used, but somebody apparently traded in their nice copies, so I grabbed that. And of course, the Bride Strip Bear, which of course I already have on like CD. But man, sweet jacket, loving it.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's just kind of when he had this LA period and he was like hanging out with like Waddy Wattel and stuff. So it's got a bit of a different vibe. Finally got a copy of Live and Die in LA
Yes.
on vinyl. I mean, I've had it on CD forever. But
So good.
yeah, love it. So somebody apparently had got it from a record store called Jerosa Records in Brookfield, Connecticut for $1. I did not pay $1 for it, but somebody did at one point.
Probably in the 90s.
Yeah, yeah, definitely in the 90s. I was a big fan of this. I had this on tape back in the day, but some kind of techno stuff. 808 State Pacific, like one of the ultimate prime 90s techno jams. So this is like one of those like really thin UK kind of singles. So I grabbed a copy of that. So Ryuichi Sakamoto showed up in my local shop, which was surprising.
Wow.
No Obi, but I figured I'd grab it. Summer Nerves. This is Sakamoto and the Katuigi Session. This is like a kind of jazzy, like supergroup ensemble thing he did in the late 70s. But cool design. Kind of looks like he's ready to join Devo.
Yeah.
I got an upgrade on my Yellow Magic Orchestra Multiplies. I never had a copy with the Obi, and one showed up locally. So I've got the US version and the Japanese one with Obi now, so it plays at like 75% more resolution.
Wow.
Love these James Bond super packs. They came out with a few of these in Japan. They're like thick compilation gatefolds of all the James Bond films. I've got one that's up to Spy Love Me, and this one's only up to, I think, Diamonds Are Forever. So
Wow.
it's pretty early on in the James Bond world, but so it's got, you know, jams from all the films up until that point. which is pretty badass.
Super cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, I always grab those whenever I see those. Finally got a copy of Killing Joke Nighttime on vinyl. I love this record. It's probably my favorite 80s Killing Joke record. Shout out to Paul Raven there. Rest in peace. But, I mean, this has got all the jams. Love Like Blood, Kings and Queens. This is like the record everybody ripped off. Love Like Blood, I think, is the track that Motley Crue ripped off for the beginning of Dr. Feelgood. And 80s is the song that Nirvana ripped off for Come As You Are. So everybody was pilfering this record. Classic. Had to get some Never Say Die.
Yeah.
I didn't have a vinyl copy of this, and so I grabbed that. It's got all the hot stuff on here. Johnny Blade. Yeah, Never Say Die. Yeah, it's good jams. Love the Hypnosis artwork. And this one happened to show up, the original pressing of Queens of the Stone Age Lullabies to Paralyze with the bonus tracks.
Ooh, you're speaking my language now.
This just showed up on the wall, and I was like, yes, please. I think it's like a purple vinyl. But yeah, it's got...
what a great record. God, I'm going to have to listen to that tomorrow when I drive to work.
So good. Yeah, and it's got the alternate artwork on this vinyl release as well. So, yeah, what's on the... Let me open it up. Let's check out the gatefold together. Oh, yes.
Ooh.
All sorts of fun stuff in here. Yeah.
That's hot.
Yeah, this is great. So, I opened it up. I might as well take out the discs.
Yeah, see what the color is.
Oh, yeah, one's orange.
Cool.
And then the other one, I think, is purple. Bam.
Oh, whoa.
And then, of course, it looks a little bluish again, but and you know the original owner liked it because he put it in MoFi sleeves. So
that's really cool.
So I'll shut off with that. What do you got, Ryan?
I got like a ton of stuff, so I'm just gonna go fast and we'll see. All right, so we'll start it off with some Jackass on UMD, Volume 1.
Everybody must have UMDs tonight.
They're really hard to find, and most of them I just pass up on. But like, we hit a bunch of things because he was out here on and off for a couple months visiting, and then he traveled and then came back. And then I also picked up Hostel on UMD.
Nice.
This one's sealed, so yep. And then I had some fun bucks on Vinny's favorite website, the Bezos Land. So I picked up a couple of 4Ks.
Nice.
And I normally don't pre-order 4Ks, but I feel like these are probably some of the most important cinema made in ever.
Sure.
So, and I couldn't resist getting 4K puppets. So
I mean, oof.
I am a child. It's fine. I had a Father's Day because I'm apparently a parent.
Yeah, look at you.
So, my wife got me the Inspector Wears Skirts, which nice Rothrock.
Yeah.
And then Nemesis. I did not have Nemesis. I had 2, 3, and 4.
Really?
So
which cut is on that? Theatrical or director's cut?
This is the director's.
Oh, okay, nice.
This should be the full, like, if I remember correctly. Yeah. And then this came out, so I figured I'd get it as well.
Yeah.
This is number 2. So 3 and 4, I think, have a release date now. So looking forward to those. I'll probably get them, and then all of a sudden Vinegar Syndrome will come out with them, and I'll be like, damn it. But we'll see. And then there was this film that was coming out, and again, I don't normally get 4Ks, but The Last Kumite came out, and it's got all the players, Rothrock Blanks, it's got Matthias Hughes, Michelle Kesey, and it's just a basically like a throwback tribute, awesome action film back to the days of like the direct-to-video 90s. So really looking forward to watching this one.
Cool.
And then I bought one piece of trash because I couldn't help myself on DVD, and it is Inglourious Bastards 2, which is actually the movie Hell's Heroes. It's a Fred Williamson film. It also has War Bus 2,
Ooh,
Apocalypse Mercenaries, and Bridge to Hell. So there's actually 4 films on it, but you couldn't tell by the cover. This is like some super ratchety like DVD release. It's legit, but probably barely.
Wow, slip cover.
And it was like super dirt cheap because nobody really like is paying for that a lot. So all right, and then I got some Vinegar Syndrome stuff. Had a couple of pickup or months deliver since the last podcast. So Invasion USA.
Nice.
This one is 4K.
We worked on that one.
Yep. Worked on this one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see this one. Yep. We did not work on this one. This is
No.
Satan's Black Wedding and Criminally Insane.
Oh.
This one's the Gosser from Vinegar Syndrome. This is the Ripper.
Everyone's
Apparently
crapping on
this one
that. Yeah.
Is absolute shit for a movie.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Worked on this one.
Yes.
Dangerous Game. This is a cinematograph or
Yep.
however it's said. I don't know.
Abel Ferrara flick. Yep.
Yep. Got the Homegrown Horrors box.
Sick.
Ooh.
Yeah, that one's gonna be good. Sam worked on this one.
Yes,
Like,
definitely. Yep.
I don't think I showed these off. Pretty sure I did. If I did, I'm sorry.
No, I don't
China
think.
O'Brien, 1 and 2.
We worked on those.
Yep. The Instructor. This is a VSA. So it's a martial arts film, like direct to video garbage. So looking forward to that.
I love that picture, that cover of that
and-
slip. He looks like Murderface from Death Clock.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it totally does. And then I picked up a couple back catalog things because why not? I got Prey, which I had picked up the slip like the month before, and then the movie was announced going out of print, so I grabbed the movie. So now I have the full movie. I can watch it, which is a good feeling. And I picked up Pets,
Mm.
and then used my points on a slip, so that's complete. Picked up the Red Mob slip.
Ooh.
That's now complete. The Sweet Sugar slip, which didn't have one when it came out, if I remember correctly. So
Sweet.
that's complete. I picked up Orgy of the Dead with slip. This is
Ooh.
now out of print.
Score.
And then I picked up Incubus slip, which I didn't have. These are all point redemptions that I had, so like they don't cost, but like I earn them by spending too much, so it's a win-win. It's like a frequent flyer miles. And then I picked up the first Shudder film, Brooklyn 45, that they released with Shudder.
Score.
They've been doing some other stuff with other labels, but they've got a distribution with Vinegar Syndrome now. And then also House of Horror, or House at Horror.
Houseboat horror.
Wow. Yeah, Houseboat Horror. This is a Aussie film from Umbrella. So I can't read, but I can definitely
Hey, I
hold it
tried
up.
to say bale of hay earlier and I couldn't do it. So I mean,
Yeah,
there's
no,
something in the water tonight.
Yeah, that's my problem. I'm drinking water.
Yeah.
Can't do this sober.
Water.
All right, and then I got a couple records.
All right.
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to get me to sing Thunderball in the chat. So sorry, everyone. I don't know if I'm ready to sing Thunderball.
All right.
Maybe next episode.
Yeah.
This band from Massachusetts. this
Locals.
is their,
Wow.
their second album? Yeah, second album.
Is that
So,
legit
pick
or is
it
that a
up.
boot?
No, it finally came out.
It's legit. All right.
Yeah, so it's legit. Really excited about that. Taproot.
Oh wow, music on vinyl.
Yeah, they were at Capulet Fest, which I hear was a really good festival.
Dude, that was.
and
We should have talked about
it's,
that.
Like, really super popular, and everyone had a great time.
Everyone loved Capulet Fest.
This is limited to 666 on crystal clear vinyl.
Ooh.
So I had this one. This is like really one of their like two good albums. So like I had to double dip. I have a problem. Got this for Father's Day as well.
Oh, nice.
Bruce
Ooh.
Dickinson. He's in another band that's not as popular
Yeah,
as
they're small.
his solo work.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
yeah, and I love the like cool old man photo on the
Yeah.
back.
That was actually a
I
good
love it
disc.
when they're like, "This is a pose you should have done in your 20s" on the back of an album.
Yeah, sorry.
Now it's cool. Whatever, do what you want.
But yeah,
still.
it's good stuff.
I got rid of a bunch of copies of War of the Roses on box set at a local bookstore called Half Price Books, and they don't pay much for anything. But I got just enough to get this for free. This is
Called Free.
Tons of Sobs from Free.
Nice.
This is their first album. This is a repress, obviously, but really looking forward to checking this out. Early Paul Rogers. I picked up Cold's A Different Kind of Pain. They did not make it to Capulet Fest
Oh, man.
because there were problems with Cold, I think. Definitely not the festival in Connecticut.
Yeah, definitely.
Right by
The
Sam.
festival was great.
Yeah, it went really well. Check out the feedback.
Yeah.
I had shown the other ones. I don't think I showed this one off. This is Red. This is the third Days of the New album.
Lots
So
of
now
MOV
I-
here.
Yeah. Well, they're the only ones like releasing the stuff that I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Like they just went crazy. And then I was on vacation and I tried to find LaserDiscs and records.
Oh, yeah,
and
this is
just kept
great.
striking out. I'd show up to places and they'd show me CEDs, or they'd be closed even though they said they'd be open, or they couldn't find the LaserDiscs. They're like, yeah, we think they're on the second floor, but we can't find them when we're up here, and we're not going to start digging through stuff because we're not the ones who are normally on the second floor. And I'm like, oh my God, seriously. So it was like strikeout everywhere I went, and McKay's just had a bunch of hot garbage commons on my way back home. So, but I stopped at this cool place called Euclid in New Orleans, and they had a really great record selection, including
oh damn,
the Battle Beyond the Stars booby ship soundtrack.
Booby Sonics.
Really, really happy to find this wonderful film. Great effects.
I saw it in the theater. Who wants to touch me?
Score, so I'm really excited to listen to this.
Yeah, I'm surprised it wasn't just stolen from another movie.
Right, yeah. And I missed the boat on this and was like, I'll never find a copy at retail. But this little known British band had a debut album, and they came out with a high fidelity version.
Damn.
That like immediately sold out. They did 5,000 and that's it. And it's already selling for double or more retail in places. Like no one had copies. They just had one at retail on their shelf, and no one had been like,
they didn't know. Yeah,
I should check out this Black Sabbath band. They're British and really unknown and never really got too big.
They're up and coming.
So yeah, I picked that up and I was ecstatic because I'm like, this isn't supposed to be here still. Like one of your regulars should have bought this weeks before I did because it came out end of May, and I picked it up at the beginning of July. So their regular customers went through, looked through the store, and were like, yeah, I don't need that good.
That heater?
Yeah, no, literal heater. And so everyone says it's like the closest thing you can get to an original UK Vertigo.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I'll give it a shot. So I'm looking forward to it.
I got like a 70s US.
They're not going to repress
late 70s.
it. This is it. So I mean, they'll probably come up with another version that's the same in a different color, but whatever.
Yep.
So
Andy's loving Battle Beyond the Stars in the chat there. Give a shout out to James Horner. Yep.
Was it James Horner?
Yeah, that was like early James Horner. That was probably the first thing I saw him do, I'm guessing.
That's even better then, because like I didn't look at it. I saw Battle Beyond the Stars, and I'm like, I don't even care as long as it's not like $300. But it was just in with the regular like soundtracks, and I'm like, you have found the person who needs it. So yeah, but that's it. I didn't buy too much. Just, it showed up.
All right, Max, what do you got? We got some 8 tracks.
I have a few things, and I hardly ever do. I'll show records first. I have 3 records. I have a mix of Studio 54 music.
Wow. All disco hotness.
Yeah, and it's a gate.
Well, that's a nice gatefold.
That's cool.
It's actually pretty freaking right. I was stoked on that, and it's 2. It's 2 records.
Oh, your favorite jams.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. And slang for U.S. cities. Nice.
Yeah. It's necessary.
That is sweet.
Had to get that. This is a hot mix.
Hit explosion. What do we got? Young.
We've got Space Age Love Song on here from
Flock of Seagulls. Nice.
I was immediately sold. That's all I needed to know. And everything else is great. But that is all I needed to know to be sold.
It's a classic.
And this is probably one of my favorite records, but I got it on 8-track. And I have been fixing all of the pads. I've done 30 pads on 30 tapes.
Wow.
Because I've been fixing all my tapes and checking splices and everything. But this is Rock 80.
Is it comp?
The record looks just like this. Yeah, it's a compilation. The first song on this, Gary Newman Cars.
Dude.
Just comes out so strong. And then it's got Driver's Seat from Sniffing the Tears.
Wow.
My Sharona's on here. And then what was the other ones on the lower? Oh, Ramones is on here. Rock and Roll Radio. And pop music's on here.
Hell yeah.
This mix is like one of the best, like and the fact that it's on 8-track, it just goes forever, and I have no problem with that.
That slams.
So I'm always been into 8-track since I was a kid, but I'm getting into it because my home stereo setup actually has 8-track hooked up. I
Yeah.
almost always portable players.
That's awesome. Yeah,
So.
I had a portable that it kind of pooped out. Like it didn't really
I
work.
have one right here.
Oh, sick. Love that speaker.
Nice.
Yeah. This one's an AM FM, but I collect portable. I have probably like 9 or 10 or something. I had more, but I thinned them down. But this one's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
They're pretty massive, but yeah, big into 8-track. So that's all.
Wicked cool. Who's up? Chris? You got anything?
It's me. Yeah, I have plenty. I'll go quick though. I have one record. The record is a record by a band called Carpool.
Oh.
Called My Life in Subtitles. These are a local Rochester band that migrated to Brooklyn recently. I've seen them play live many, many times, and I went to high school with kind of the lead frontman for the band. We graduated together. He's a good friend, and I always, whenever they've got something physical out, I always make sure to pick this up. This one took quite a while from pre-order to ship to actually get made.
Yeah, pre-order is such a gamble nowadays. Yeah.
It's a great record. It's a great it's their third full-length LP, and this one's an exceptional piece of kind of emo post-punk hardcore-ish kind of stuff. Let's see. I hate to say it, but none of y'all mentioned that it's officially Criterion season.
Yeah. Barnes and
the
Noble
Criterion
time.
sale it has started. I bought like 8 or 9, but I brought 3. I picked up Olivier Assay's Irma Vep, the original movie from 1996.
Maggie Chung, baby.
Fucking great Maggie Chung performance.
Yep.
I replaced my really sad DVD copy of the Before trilogy with the Blu-ray so that I can actually stomach watching it and owning it. Remember, I don't believe in DVD.
I know, you're a hater.
And I watched this recently on the Criterion channel, and I just fell in love with everything about it. And I picked up the Blu-ray of David Lean's Summertime, starring Katharine Hepburn. And then I just got some various 4Ks and some garbage I'll just go through real quick. My friend group, the boys, and I were watching some of the Predator films. We got through Predator 2 before we gave up. But I was like, well, I might as well get the 4K of Prey.
Yeah.
So I have the other Prey than what Ryan has. This was a Hulu original, and it's a really nice 4K.
Yeah, support them releasing on physical.
They finally issued a 4K of Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 2. Season 2 is tremendous, and it's got a really nice Dolby Atmos mix, and it's much, much better than the slop they feed you through Paramount Plus, which is still 1080p and digital stereo. I'm pretty sure I didn't show this last time, but I got the 4K of Andor. And it's full bandwidth, video quality. Dolby Atmos is lovely. It actually looks like a real TV show instead of a compressed piece of garbage. I hate Disney Plus. They have some of the worst picture quality out there of the streamers. My colleague at my high school that I teach at and my former 12th grade English teacher said I should watch God's Pocket because it's one of Philip Seymour Hoffman's last roles. I got nothing to say about it because I haven't even opened it yet.
Yeah, never seen it.
Bought me a Blu-ray of The Lighthouse.
Score?
Ooh.
Haven't seen it yet either. It's on the list.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
Sean Baker's film Honora just won the Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival. So I picked up Red Rocket.
Oh, that's our boy. That's our boy right there.
And Starlet. And Tangerine.
Oh, wow.
And
Florida Project?
Pictured. I have a Blu-ray of the Florida Project. It's upstairs. It was in the wrong pile. I think he's a tremendous filmmaker. I love every movie of his that I've watched. I don't love Tangerine as much as the rest, but Starlet and the Florida Project are tremendous. Got a little Michael Mann action because he's the fucking man.
With 2 N's.
Can't go wrong. Listen, this movie rips. It has some of the most shocking imagery I've ever seen in a motion picture of a car crash. And Adam Driver he fucking delivers.
Get ready for Heat
my
2.
Listen, I can't fucking wait.
Yeah.
What was it? My boy Austin Butler's going to be in it.
He's going to crush it.
He's been crushing it this year.
Yeah.
Dune 2 and The Bike Riders are tremendous. The last piece from my Marcus box, he bought me a 3D copy of Jurassic Park from the 3D conversion about a decade ago. Finally came my way. And then I've just got... I bought the Mad Max anthology in 4K.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because you can't have too many copies of the Road Warrior, Mad Max, and Fury Road.
Does it have like the original like dub?
No. That's considered garbage by the people who currently own Mad Max.
They finally gave up on it. Yeah.
And I agree with them.
It probably is, but
I bought the standard Blu-ray of Blackberry.
Oh wow.
This movie didn't really have. I don't even think it has an American distributor.
Yeah.
So it was a huge pain in the ass to track down. This is a Canadian Blu-ray. It's a Canadian film about the rise and fall of the BlackBerry phone company. Some tremendous work from Jay Baruchel and Glenn Howerton in that one.
AKA Dennis Reynolds.
Correct.
It's Always Sunny, which is crazy to think that he's not playing Dennis.
No, but he's very loud and very aggressive in that role. So Twisters comes out next week. So I picked up the 4K Blu-ray of Twister.
Sweet.
Oh yeah.
Incredibly stressful Dolby Atmos mix. I have up-firing Atmos speakers, and they don't really get a lot done, but I watched this at like 2 a.m. the other night. I only watched an hour of it because it's Twister. It's not that great of a movie.
Ah, come on.
But the 4K presentation is lovely, and the Atmos mix is frighteningly stressful. It felt like there was a tornado blowing through my living room.
Yep.
And then, last but not least, the 4K Blu-ray steelbook of Hayao Miyazaki's most recent feature film, The Boy and the Heron. So I originally pre-ordered this through Amazon. The day it went up for pre-orders, like 3 months ago, they stiffed me and said they weren't going to be able to get it till August.
Yeah.
So I went over to Walmart and I just picked it up. And Walmart had it. So
that's the move nowadays. I've done that so many times. Yeah, you're like,
and it's got a Dolby Vision HDR layer, and it's got a Dolby Atmos sound mix. So I'm looking forward to rewatching it in Japanese with subtitles. I have seen the movie dubbed as well. I don't think it's nearly as effective of a feature film, and that's all I've got. That's my non-LaserDisc pickups.
Andy's dropping some CB talk in the chat. 10-4, good buddy.
Yeah.
Speaking of vinyl pre-orders, I pre-ordered something in October last year, and it still has not shipped.
Someday.
And they started shipping them, but didn't. But, like, there's some kind of rights issue now. So I have no clue what's going on. Because it's a cover album, and so I don't know. If I ever get it, I'll let you know that I've been waiting on a pre-order for a year.
I'll make a note. Check in with Ryan later.
Yeah.
What do you got, Marcus? Anything?
Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff. I'll do non-Criterions first, and then I'll move over to some of the Criterions I got. So I got the 4K Shin Godzilla Japanese release. This one doesn't have any English subtitles, by the way, so be aware if you're gonna order this. But it didn't come out in 4K in the States, so that's why I picked it up. And it came with the ticket holder.
Oh, score.
Well. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wow.
All right. And then let's see. A couple of Amoeba pickups, both Pam Grier Arrow releases. So Shiba Baby and Black Mama, White Mama.
Damn.
Their LaserDisc section is pretty picked over these days. It's not as much going on there. There is a copy, however, of the Abyss Super 35 pan and scan. So super open hatch, if you're interested in it.
You know where to go.
It's there, and it's not priced at eBay prices. So head on over to Amoeba.
You should just get the 4K Blu-ray.
It's not super open hatch.
Of course, I have that too. But yeah.
Come on, dog. It fucking rips.
All right, Interstellar.
Sweet.
Pick that up with Slip.
Are you
hopefully.
going to go down and see it in IMAX 70 millimeter in late September?
Don't know.
They're doing a 10th anniversary reissue of the film
yeah, I
in
heard
select
about that.
locations.
Yeah. Good to know. Also picked up Inception. This goes for stupid money on eBay with the slipcover.
Wow.
So I was happy to just randomly find one locally.
Sick.
Yeah, I think what it was is they were all issued as part of that Christopher Nolan 4K box, and then the singles just got ignored until they disappeared.
Yeah. Lego movie. I do it for the kids.
Sure.
And
It's for the
myself.
kids.
So,
Yeah.
Right. So we've already watched that. And then pre-ordered this from Amazon. Purple Rain
Nice.
40th anniversary. 4K. It
Nice
looks
packaging.
awesome.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, looks awesome. So actually, let me go this way. And go back.
I still haven't seen Purple Rain. I've got the LaserDisc. I'll put it on one of these days.
Check it out. Crank
It's
it. Though.
It's basically just a long music video, and the acting is not great. So don't.
That's okay. I don't think I'm
expect-
watching it for Academy Award
Yeah,
caliber
it's just
stuff.
for the vibe. Yeah, and
Yeah.
the tunes.
Okay, so I got a whole boatload of Criterions so far from Barnes and Noble. I'm just going to show some of them. I'll save the rest for next month.
All right.
I'm going to quickly go through these. Eve's Bayou.
Beautiful movie. I saw a really good 35 millimeter print of that a couple of years
damn.
ago. Yeah, it's a gorgeous movie.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Sweet.
4K. La Bamba.
Nice.
Hollywood Shuffle.
Oh,
Got this on
classic.
LaserDisc.
I gotta get that. That's awesome.
That's hilarious. Love Jones. That'll be a good date night movie. Where's Vinny? Mean Streets,
Oh, yeah.
4K. Vinny, where you at?
He's
This
too
is usually
cool.
about the time he pops in here, right?
He's not even in the chat. I don't know what he's doing tonight.
He was on
Probably
what
off with his-
earlier.
Play off with his fucking family.
He's
Look,
whatnotting.
Vinny, more for Vinny.
He's missing it.
Hours.
I've got one of those too. I just left it
Yeah.
upstairs.
Bound 4K.
Oh,
Yep.
nice. Yep.
We got matching 4Ks.
Got that one too. Nice. Cooley High.
Nice.
Devil in a Blue Dress 4K.
Oh, snap.
Deep Cover. I think
Classic.
this one's just a Blu-ray, but it's 4K scan. And then I didn't have a copy of Do the Right Thing. I was trying to hold out for when they would do a 4K of this, but this came at like right before they started doing 4Ks,
Yep.
and the scan is a 4K, so we're probably not going to see a 4K from Criterion for a long time. So
It's
I went
a
ahead and picked it up.
gorgeous Blu-ray. I watched mine the other night. You're in
Yeah.
for a treat.
Nice. So that's it for me for
Score.
non-LD pickups.
All right. What's the Mariner got? What do you got, Hayden?
He's got one thing 'cause he's not been buying a lot lately. It's a good one. It is The Amazing Screw-On Head.
Whoa.
This is a pilot episode for an unmade show based on the Mike Mignola comic of the same name.
Wow.
You can watch it on YouTube. There's a couple YouTube uploads, I think.
Yeah.
It's real. The dialogue is kind of hard to hear in the mix, but it's really, really funny. It's really well animated, and it's really cool. And it's tragic that they did not make a whole show out of this.
Wow.
But it's somehow amazing that this exists at all.
Is that
It's awesome.
is that like a custom release or is it a boot?
No, this is this is just it's a Lionsgate
Oh, snap.
DVD that was put out in like 2006.
Wow.
It's got both aspect ratio versions of the episode. It has an audio commentary, which I've not listened
Oh,
to
damn.
yet, and it has a making of the episode, and it also has a little art booklet with some random like concept art stuff
Wow.
for the would-be show. So it's really cool. I definitely at least recommend checking out the episode on YouTube. But there's a couple of these on eBay. They're not terribly expensive.
Well, there will be tomorrow.
So yeah.
Get them now.
So
Cool.
yeah, that's all I've got for physical pickups.
Excellent. No, thanks for the tip. I will look for a copy of that. All right, we're almost at the end. We got to do some recommendations quickly. I will do two. I did, let's see. First one I'm going to go with, oh, it's still on Hayden. Let me fix that. Or can I fix that? Maybe Ryan can fix that.
Maybe Hayden
my show
is
Yeah, it's
the
Hayden.
true lead.
You could give me your recommendation since it's stuck on you, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Only thing I've seen recently, but I highly recommend, aside from Screwon, is Furiosa. So I've caught Furiosa right before it left theaters. I'm waiting to watch it again until I kind of really decide where it ranks in the series for me. It's in the upper half for me. It is amongst Fury Road and Road Warrior. I need to watch it again before I really
Yeah, I can't place it either.
lock it down.
Still, yeah.
My kind of initial thought is that Fury Road perfectly hits the mark that it's aiming for, like 101% perfectly.
Yep.
Furiosa felt maybe like it hits what it's reaching for, like 95%, but it's reaching for something much higher than what Fury Road or any of the rest of the series is, in my opinion at least. But yeah, we caught it a while ago. It was amazing, awesome to see in the theater. Glad we went and
Super
drove
loud.
45 minutes to see it in IMAX. Yes, very loud as it should be.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely recommend Furiosa. Pick it up on physical, stream it. Hopefully we get George Miller's The Wasteland.
Yeah, dude.
Holding out for us.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope so.
So.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting a physical of that as well. So, all right, let's see if we can get this going again here. Hey, Ryan, you still there?
I'm here.
Can you man the video?
Maybe.
You okay?
Yeah, no, I was trying to figure out that record that I still haven't gotten.
Oh,
And
okay.
apparently some people got a letter or like an email and saying what was wrong, like they screwed up the pressing, but I didn't.
Oh.
But the people who got it are supposed to get a pre-order on the next thing. It's like, just get your shit together, Drive Through Records.
Oh man.
There's a reason you went out of business almost the first time.
Badass. All right. Anyways, recommendations. Sorry about your travails there, Ryan.
No, I was like, I started down a rabbit hole and totally forgot that we were doing something. It's all good.
All right.
I blame Luke.
I'm going to drop two quick ones. I went to go see twice in the theaters the Ghost concert film right here, right now. Fantastic. Has the entire concert. It doesn't like cut anything off. It does have some backstage shenanigans, so it's EQ'd to sound like it's backstage a little bit. So there's some kind of extended orchestral parts that you don't get to hear like full concert volume, but it was cranked loud at the theaters both time I saw it. It's really fun. If you've ever seen any of their videos they've done on YouTube, they have like a whole mythology about the papas that kind of sing for the band and their whole kind of ministry of evil that runs the band Ghost, and there's all sorts of silliness going on. So this expands upon the whole mythology and everything. It's really fun. It's going to be streaming on the Veeps kind of platform, which I just heard about for the first time. It's supposed to be like a Quello kind of alternative for concert videos. So there's on July 20th, it's going to be streaming on Veeps. So it was like so cool that it made like 5 million at the theaters for like a 1 night or 2 night only, like one screening a day thing. And then they expanded it for like the rest of the week because it was like so good. In fact, when I went to see it again the second time, like the exact same family were sitting behind us. Like they were coming back to see it for the second time too. So it's addictive. My wife is quoting it nonstop all the time. And yeah, so go see the Ghost movie. And I got a shout out to Andy Anderson. Skateboarder just dropped a part for Powell Peralta called Crazy Wisdom. Everyone's chatting about it, good and bad, because people like to give him crap for cheating, and they're mad at his buddy Nigel Alexander for filming it on an iPhone. But whatever, check it out. There's also all sorts of ancillary. Red Bull dropped a part with him, and Nine Club did a lot of promo for it. They're still chatting about it, so it was like pretty much just like all stuff around this Andy Anderson part that I was watching all week. So if you like skating, apparently people like to trash him and say old guys, and aunts on Facebook like him. So I'm an old guy, so I like Andy Anderson, so whatever. Crazy Wisdom is the part. It's on Powell Peralta's YouTube channel. It's 12 minutes of crazy skateboarding, and I can do all those tricks myself anyways, but he's okay. What do you got? Who's it? My whole video screen is all different. I got Hayden over there now and whatever. Ryan, what do you got?
I haven't seen a movie in a while because I've been busy and trying to track down records and No, I haven't seen much. The only thing I started watching was that '90s show, and that was pretty entertaining. It's so dumb, but
I forgot
whatever.
about that already. Wow.
Yeah, so the season 2 just came out,
Yeah.
and
To
there's
no
an entire.
fanfare.
I didn't even know
There's
the
an
season 2
entire-
came out. Wow. Yeah.
Well, it's weird because I don't know if anyone besides Red Kitty and Laura Prepon are in it.
Oh, really?
Like, what's her name's dad? Laura Prepon's character.
Oh, because Fez is on like NCIS now, so he's busy.
Yeah, so I mean, he might still make a cameo. I haven't finished it yet, but what's his name? He was the neighbor and Laura's dad. So
Oh, yeah. Yep. Oh,
yeah,
I know. I'm
he's
spacing
back.
on
So
his name. Yep.
it's been entertaining, but that's about the only thing new that I've seen recently. Will be seeing finally Inside Out 2 tomorrow, I believe, and then Long Legs is out, so I'll see that Tuesday.
Nice.
So after taking a break from the theaters, I'll be back twice in a weekend to keep them open. But there's this whole like movement in my city. We have some AMCs, and AMC's fine, but they haven't upgraded the seats since they built the buildings in the 90s.
Oh,
So these buildings are just like, it's like they're running it like a shanty town almost. So they're like, why aren't people going? And it's like, well, everywhere around us has like premium seating and new seats and everything. And you have the same like old seats. It's like, you're not selling out the theaters. You might as well put in nice new seats, and somebody might go because the seats, not the one that like they spilled, a beer on in 1996. So
Vinny's seats
We'll
at the
see.
Playhouse were imported from Finland, or so he told me.
Wow.
Yeah, very nice green. They're fancy. Yeah.
very highbrow then.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, I have not seen like any much new. Like it's been a lot of garbage that I've watched and lots of random streaming stuff, and had a Vin Diesel fest going on for a while, which his movies are just all bad. Like
What about the pacifier, bro?
that was one I did not watch, but
Good.
I did watch like The Last Witch Hunter.
Oh,
No.
that one. Yeah.
Oh
The
God,
entire
I'm
time
so
I was
sorry.
watching it, like I had no clue what was going on, and I'm watching it, and then we like stopped and like Kate went back like another night because we're like, all right, it's late, and I still don't know what was going on other than he was a witch hunter that couldn't die but could die, and
Yeah.
then you've got Frodo in there, and it's just wow, yep. So it's been all over the place for me.
Wow. That's a good recommendation. Though.
Summer.
Because of bad Vin Diesel movies. Max,
Yeah.
what you got any recommendations?
Well, I just have to recommend Once Upon a Time
Ooh.
in the
Nice.
because I watched I think it was on YouTube. I don't know if it's like a real documentary somewhere else, but it was just something that randomly I was watching something and the algorithm gave me the present of here you go. Here's everything that's ever been Quentin Tarantino inspiration type of
Oh,
films.
sure. Yeah.
And like I was like, what? Like, and I've already been on a Western kick, and I would definitely highly recommend One Eye Jacks. Also,
That's on my list.
highly recommend that. You have to be in the mood for it. It's slower paced than I think we're used to, but like once you kind of like feel that pace and you get I was fully immersed. And this one, oh my gosh. And this is the widescreen. Every shot, I'm just yelling huge at the
Oh, yeah.
TV because every shot is just massive, just miles long, and you're just like, how?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's so God. And just like it's nuts. The whole like first chunk of the film, there's like no talking.
Yep.
That's a whole tone. It's nuts. This movie, ridiculous. Like if anyone hasn't seen this, I could not recommend that higher.
Yeah, it's killer.
Incredible. Probably one of the best movies I've ever seen. Like it was so good. And I'm totally in the mood for Western, so it's like
Score.
it has that extra to it. But I mean, even if I wasn't, that would be so good.
I should revisit it. It's been long enough. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Let's check it out.
and it's a readily available, like that LaserDisc is very available.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to find. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. After Waterworld, I cleansed the palate by watching David Lynch's Dune. I recommend that. You should check it out. He's an up and coming filmmaker. I think he's gonna go places.
I mean, if you ask modern distributors and movie funders, he's still up and coming, and they're not willing to
Right.
take the risk on his product. So
Right? Hey, he almost directed Return of the Jedi, so he's a cool cat.
I can't imagine that.
Yeah. Chris, what do you got?
So unlike Ryan, who doesn't go to the movies very often, I manage or help manage a movie theater.
All right. Well, what
as
would
a
you
part-time
recommend if
gig.
we were just coming in and we want to see a
Yeah.
movie?
You can skip Horizon. It's a
Okay,
little
yeah.
too slow. It doesn't get the job done. A Quiet Place Day One, phenomenal movie. Great movie. I saw Longlegs this morning. I thought it was good. It falls off in the third act. I didn't love it. I saw Kinds of Kindness, the new Yorgos Lanthimos anthology film. Phenomenal. I saw Inside Out 2 twice. That movie's just okay. I took my little sister to see it, and she loved it. God, what else is there?
Bike Riders.
Yeah, what
How
about
was
Bike
that?
Riders?
Oh, I
You
saw
didn't
the
even
Bike
go to the
Riders.
movies, Chris?
I saw
That's
the
what it
Bike
sounds like.
Riders.
Did you
The
see?
Bike Riders fucking rips. I
Okay.
loved the Bike Riders.
Oh, okay.
Austin Butler and Jodie Comer for life. Beautiful movie. Sorry, what else? What else did I miss? You were saying something,
The
Sam?
Ghost movie. Why didn't you go see the Ghost movie?
Not playing at my movie theater, and I also don't have a strong connection to that band, so I didn't
Whatever.
want to I will say that was still when I was teaching full time during the school year. One of my coworkers, who famously refuses to go see movies in the theaters, popped into my classroom and said, "Chris, I saw a movie last night." And I go, "What'd you see?" And she goes, "I saw the Ghost concert movie." I was like, "That doesn't fucking count." And she said,
Hey, it counted.
"You
I
know
saw it
what? Just
twice.
be happy." She hit me with a "just be happy for me," and then left my classroom.
I like
So,
her attitude.
support a movie here?
Yeah.
all I'm gonna say is the Acolyte on Disney Plus. It's all right.
I watched like an episode and a half, and I was already on my phone.
Keep going. Episode 5's got some good stuff.
I
It
just
cooks a
felt
little
like
bit.
they found a way to make Jedi not cool or interesting. You open up with literally Carrie Ann Moss, and then you kill her right away.
She comes back. I
get that they started, but I just
it has a bad start, and that makes it tough to commit to. Just watch episode 5. Don't even watch the context. Just the action in episode 5 is quite good.
All right.
You don't really need to watch the rest of it if you're not going to keep going. So
It's a hot mess.
Yep.
It's a hot mess.
yeah, it's inconsistent, but you know it's fine.
All right, Marcus, what do you got? Recommend some good stuff for us.
So I haven't watched a lot of stuff either, like Ryan, but a couple recommendations. So I actually enjoyed Inside Out 2 quite a bit. Whole family enjoyed it. I thought it built pretty good off the first film, and can definitely see how they're going to make more. So I'm a fan of that one. And then I think I've recommended past seasons of this, but Bridgerton season 3 dropped. I don't know, 7 weeks ago or so now.
Yep.
Feels like maybe. And it's awesome. I'm not going to allude to anything because I don't want to spoil anything, but a tad bit predictable, but still very good.
Nice.
Still very good. So I recommend it.
All right. Excellent. Thanks
That's
for
it.
the recommendations. And we got Hayden's on the front because there was that video glitch. So you're shut off. And final thoughts on what's spinning next. What's spinning next? I'm going to watch more Dune because I'm on a major Dune kick. I reread the book. I watched the David Lynch film last night to revisit it. I am going to revisit the television cut next, and then I'm just going to keep on doing. I am now reading the book, Masterpiece in Disarray, about David Lynch's Dune and the filming of it, and all the other Dune films that never happened leading up to it. And yeah, so I'm just going to keep on trucking chronologically through Dune world and just keep on going to the newer stuff. And yeah.
Have you seen the 2-part Denis Villeneuve movie?
Not yet. I'm waiting. That's going to be the icing on this whole cake. This whole adventure is I'm going to sit down and watch those back to back.
I think it's a far more conventional movie than David Lynch's, but I think you'll find it very interesting.
I'm down with the Villeneuve. So yeah, he can do anything pretty much, and I'm game. So that's the goal, is to get through all the Lynch stuff, finish that book, and then I'm going to double back and read Dune Messiah for the first time ever.
Man, I can't believe you missed those movies in IMAX, dog. Yeah. You missed out.
I mean, like tremendous. I said, I've seen like hardly any movies in the theater over the past 3 years. So I saw the Meg 2, and I saw the Ghost movie twice. I saw If, and what else? Maybe that's it? That might be it. I don't know. I think there's another one in there somewhere, but that's it. So Dune. I'm just going to watch Dune. What are you spinning next, Ryan?
I was trying to see the last movie I saw in the theaters. I was looking it up, and I feel like it might have been the Dune 2. Yep.
There you go.
Dune 2. So I've seen 2 movies in the theater this year, and one was Dune 2, and I don't even know what the other one was. So, yep.
It was good,
I've
whatever it was.
seen-
I don't remember it, so yeah, it had to be really good. Oh,
Man, I've
Iron
seen
Claw.
four.
It was really good.
Oh,
Iron
okay.
Claw. So
I've seen 4 movies in the theater this month, and it's only July 12th. So
I did my time. I used to go see 4 movies a week at the bottom end. So it's like I did my time in the
I
20s.
miss the cheap theaters because
2000s.
like I feel like I would have caught a lot more things if it was $5 versus $12 on the cheap night.
Second run is definitely, that was a nice time.
That was
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
Yep.
I will admit, working for a movie theater and getting consistent, cheap and free tickets does put me at a significant advantage. Also, not having kids
Oh,
or
yeah.
a significant other.
That is the big one right there, the kids thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna
Big
get
time.
to see Inside Out 2, which I'm not like super excited about, but I know my son is, so that's all that really matters.
And he'll enjoy it a lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you buy him
He,
snacks.
he doesn't want to see it in 3D. I don't know if it's like fake 3D or they did like real 3D.
No, it's an authentic 3D render. I skipped it in 3D simply because I don't want to spend like $15 on a ticket.
No, I got you there. I agree, but yeah.
I saw it
He-
at my theater for free twice. So
You'll be
Well,
spending.
if you're not paying to
$50
see it,
Blu-ray.
doesn't count.
did you say you'll be spending $15 on the Blu-ray? Yeah, unfortunately, there is not going to be a 3D Blu-ray of Inside Out 2. They have not issued, and I would buy them all in
Don't
3D.
worry,
What
there'll be a
about
They can
Japanese
Pixar.
release. Yeah, there we go.
There's gonna be a Japanese 3D Blu-ray.
I don't think there was there is of the Marvels. I don't think Pixar has issued any 3D Blu-rays in Japan of movies that aren't out elsewhere. Like, I checked for like Incredibles, not Incredibles 2, but like I checked for like Elemental, and I got nothing. So
Lame. Anyways, I'm gonna watch this because
Nice.
why wouldn't I?
Good
I
deal.
gotta crack into this.
Hayden, what you watching next? Anything?
Yeah, I'll be watching some stuff I got today, stuff I haven't bought yet. Still got to get around to watching Dune Part 2.
Yep.
What I'm really gonna do, because I got a Genesis again. I sold my Genesis earlier in the year because I had a Sega Genesis CDX, which is a rarer, more
Yep.
expensive model.
you made
I
the right
almost
call.
never play Sega CD games, so I got rid of it, and then just until now have just not bought a Genesis. So I'm gonna be playing Darius and Darius 2 day in and day out. Is what I'm gonna be doing.
All right.
We got to get you a Mega EverDrive Pro so you can just chill with the whole library.
Got to get me a
Genesis
But I
PSP,
have
baby.
Darius and Darius 2. I don't need it.
Well, or do those
I've
those are
chubby
bootlegs,
cherub.
right?
Overture.
Nope, Darius 1 came out in 2020, and this is my custom cover copy of the US release of Darius 2, which in the US is called Sagaya. But it's
Right,
Darius 2.
but those were what? We'll talk about it later.
Oh, I forgot to show all my cool bootlegs I got in the mail. I got some Luke bootlegs. I got some Raiden Thunder bootlegs. Man, next episode.
Sounds like a cool guy.
I mean, yeah, he's does some custom graphics and everything. It's sick. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's cool. Anyways, Marcus, what are you watching next?
In the theaters, next up is Twisters.
Yep.
I'll go see that for sure in a couple weeks.
It's getting great reviews. Can't wait. I'll be there day one.
A little too much country music for me on the soundtrack, but I'll tolerate it. Yeah.
They couldn't get Eddie, so I mean, why
Yeah.
even try?
So many people died from Twister. You know, Eddie Van Halen, Philip
Yeah.
Seymour Hoffman, Michael Crichton,
Bill Paxton.
Paxton. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cursed. Anyways, well, have fun.
And then let's see, LD wise, Night at the Roxbury, sure.
Yep.
The Wood, I'll probably throw that on the next couple weeks. And then I'm just going through Criterions like every other night.
Score.
Interestingly, my wife, she watches mostly new content. She didn't really watch movies from the 80s and 90s. So we put on One False Move last night.
Oh yeah, good one.
She's like, this is so violent, and the language, and I'm like, yeah, this is actually pretty tame. Not violent
compared to this other stuff. Yeah,
pretty tame for a 90s movie, language wise. But she's like, I'm just not used to this. I'm like, it's all right. So anyway,
you traumatized
lots of
her.
Criterion. I did.
Too edgy. Max, what are you watching next?
Well, I definitely want to see Twisters. And I want to see Longlegs, and I also really want to see Trap. I think that one looks kind of really good.
All right.
But I don't know. We'll see. And on LaserDisc, I have On the Waterfront. That's my next.
Oh, nice. Wow. Not a Western at all.
I know, but I'm doing some Brando now.
Oh,
Brando
okay. Yeah,
just
you kind of sidled into Brando. Yeah.
hooked me in now.
Yeah.
Now I'm going Brando.
Are you gonna
Yeah,
do like Last Tango in Paris and all that stuff too?
I'm considering it. I'm gonna dip my toe with On the Waterfront and see
Okay.
how much. I was considering maybe the Johnny Depp Brando Don Juan
DeMarco. Yeah.
Like maybe that's kind of a good place to kind of get more, you know.
You should go right from On the Waterfront to Island of Dr. Moreau. I think that's like a good pairing.
I think that's what I would have to end the
Yeah.
saga with. I feel like.
You can always watch Apocalypse Now too.
I mean,
Oh yeah, I've seen that, but
yeah.
I mean,
it's always worth a rewatch.
I'm really trying to see some stuff that I haven't seen.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've ever seen On the Waterfront. And that's just like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the one.
It's
like,
intense.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy. Chris, what's up next? What are you spending?
I got Beverly Hills Cop 2
Oh,
next
yeah.
in the lineup. Got to smoke a little Tony Scott. It's been a long time since I've seen a Tony Scott movie, so I'm ready for it.
It's totally got Tony Scott vibe dripping through that thing.
Yeah,
so
and I've heard that the third movie is garbage and that the new Netflix one just ignores it completely. So
Yeah.
I'm going to stop there after 2. I think
You
that's
need to
fine.
watch the third one.
You gotta watch it.
Do
You
I?
got it.
Yeah,
Do I?
it's still good cheese.
Let's
It's
sync
not
up.
good.
All right,
I'll watch
all right.
mine the same night you watch yours, and then we could like make fun of it in the chat.
Sounds good to
And then
me.
Hayden will
And
watch
as
it,
far
too.
as far as theaters go, Lion King 30th anniversary is out there right now. I hand tuned the theater that it's playing in terms of sound levels and dynamics. So I'm
Was it
gonna
like
go,
a hand juice or
No, he did this with his bicycle.
oh the double hand tune?
Yeah, I went like
Put the
this,
ball
and then
bearings in
and then I
and-
put the ball bearings, and it put the speakers in the right places for me.
Perfect.
That movie's got a tremendously important digital soundtrack, so I wanted to make sure it sounded loud but listenable in that theater.
Yep.
Twisters is going to be playing in our Dolby Atmos house. I'm expecting that movie to actually have substantial Dolby Atmos activity. I'll be pissed if it doesn't. I don't know. We're probably not going to have a podcast between now and when Wolverine and Deadpool come out. I'll probably organize a staff screening of that. I'm not invested in that at all, but it's going to be, according to Walt Disney, it's going to be the most important movie of the summer. I have that from them in writing.
Wow.
So
Oh man.
that'll be
They wouldn't lie
a
to you.
movie.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they already put out Inside Out 2, which blew away expectations. First billion earner of the year, so.
Poor Furiosa, man. Everyone's painting it as such a failure, but yeah, it'll do fine.
Well, Furiosa also flopped at the box office. Like, I saw it in a theater with 2 other people,
Yep.
and one of them was my buddy, so.
Well, go woke, go broke.
I don't think that movie went woke. So
I don't know. The
Yeah.
guy on the internet said it did, so it must be true, right? I don't know.
Yeah, but the
Everything I've
internet-
heard without seeing it was people are like,
Yeah.
it just wasn't a story we were interested in.
I saw a lot of,
It
it does have
too
Max.
long.
It can't be a Mad Max movie without Max. I'm like, well, what do you want him to do? I want him to max and stuff. He could max out and be Maxi Max and run around maxing.
that's,
It's like, well,
I
any
don't
other
know.
depth to this story? Nope, it needs Mad Max.
Yeah, people whose opinions are very trustworthy.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
it just
I
had like
saw
a
Furiosa
Waterworld type
twice.
vibe going into it.
I mean,
Lots of trouble and
Waterworld
everything,
proves
and
you
then-
can have Mad Max without Mad Max. Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I saw Furiosa twice. Pretty good movie. I enjoyed that one a lot.
Yep.
Not my favorite of the year, but I don't know if I have my favorite of the year yet.
It's
at
early
this
in the
point
game.
in July. Yeah, I got a whole lot of movie ahead of me. Like
Oh.
I saw the Netflix movie Hitman in a movie theater because I refused to get Netflix.
I would like
That's
to see
pretty
that
good.
in a theater because it's Fincher, man.
It's not Fincher. It's Linklater,
Oh, I was thinking The Killer. Sorry.
which I also
Other
didn't see
Hitman.
because famously Chris does not have Netflix and Chris refuses to subscribe. So.
Yeah. I got my Hitman
Yeah,
movies
you teach
confused.
them.
I don't know. I just don't care enough. It's not that I want to teach them a lesson.
What about Stranger Things, bro? How are you going to watch Stranger Things?
Well, when is it ever coming back?
I don't know, like 8 years from now?
Everyone, they're gonna have Brett Gelman's gonna have a walker and he's gonna have some sort of Israeli pro-Israeli nonsense going on. So
Wow, that's a deep cut.
I don't. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't remember if he was alive at the last season.
Yeah, I read the Gelman reference. Wow, that's cutting deep. Anyways, all right, we should probably wrap this ship up. We've been sailing for how many hours now? We got to stop before 4. So, thanks for everybody for hanging out with us, and thanks for everybody on this panel for taking time on Friday night.
My pleasure.
To chat about movies and Laserdisc.
And the opinions of Chris Haller do not reflect those of the rest of the podcast, YouTube, Culture Dog Media, or any of the
Disney
aforementioned parties.
Yeah.
Exactly. And send all your mail to. Do we have a hate mail?
Chris.Haller at
Wolfpack.com.
Webmail.biz.
Webmail.biz. Perfect. Anyways, yes, thanks for hanging out, everyone. Thanks for the commentary. Everyone, go get a copy of Waterworld. Watch it over this weekend. Share it with your family. Yes, Maxine's probably got some for sale. You should get some from her.
Share it with the family member you like the least.
There you go.
Oh.
Uncle Bob, whatever, bring him over. Watch Waterworld with him. Anyways, yes, next we'll be talking about Super Mario Brothers. Is this really happening? I don't know.
I think
I'm them.
I mean, I've never seen it, so I can't say yay or nay. So
There's
Got Dennis
5 to 1,
Hopper.
Haller.
It's got Dennis Hopper.
how about we just do
It's-
all Dennis
I've
Hopper
already-
movies from now on?
I've already got a copy. I will source a copy of it. Don't worry.
All right, maybe Super Mario Brothers.
Next time that the bros from Connecticut need something from me or Max,
Yeah.
Send it
just
along.
send you a copy as like a personal review copy to send back.
Can we do Double Dragon instead?
No.
I'm out of here. I can't tolerate this garbage. Take
Bye,
it easy,
everybody.
guys. Don't listen to Sam and his lies.
I tell the truth. I like Back to the Future. I don't know about you guys. Bye.